Salute to everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming on. All right. Salute to Jason Bourne, OG Boogie, Mr. Mendoza, Mr. Popo, Hector Ramirez. Hector Ramirez says, Loma Nakatani fight looked suspect. I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with. I don't even know what you mean by suspect, but hopefully you'll comment more about that. Let me see what else is here. Triple J. Salute Triple J. To the not fake Cone Gaming. All right. What's up, man? I think I've seen you around before. He's got the Donier avatar. My Boricua brother, OG Boogie, is in the house. Triple J. Jason Bourne. I don't know who the hell this is. I'm going to go to Queens and knock recognize clean out. Well, you be going to Queens for no reason. I'll probably be around there soon. I doubt we meet up. And if you're really from O Block, I think you better be worried more about people over there than worried about me. This the BDA. Oh, shit. My boy BDA is in the house. That is the man. I hope that's BDA with all the fake accounts. I don't know. So let's get into it a little bit. I'll give you some of my thoughts of Saturday night fights. Well, the ones that I watched. You had Lomachenko Nakatani. I thought that was obviously a great performance, just like most of you guys who probably watched the fight. All right, that is BDA. Okay, BDA, I got your message, bro. What's up, Jed Kyle? It was good to see Lomachenko come back after a loss, after surgery, and to see him come back and be that strong and dominate Nakatani. Like, obviously he hasn't been. He's been in there with good opponents. His last 3 fights, his last 2 fights going into the Lomachenko fights were obviously Teofimo Lopez. He lost a close fight there. Then he took some time off, obviously because of some injuries and the pandemic and all that. Fought Verdejo, was getting his butt whipped for like the first 3 rounds. Came back, knocked out Felix Verdejo. Goes in there against Triple G, Lomachenko, and he gets Triple G'd in that fight. He gets beat up really bad. Obviously, he compared to his last. Compare Lomachenko's performance against Nakatani versus his last 2 fighters going into that fight, which was Teofimo and Felix Verdejo. Obviously, I mean, none of those guys came close to beating him up like that. Maybe Verdejo for the first 3 rounds, but still after that, it was Nakatani beating him up and eventually stopping Verdejo and going all 12 rounds with Teofimo and giving him a close fight. And so I've heard some people try to downplay, that win for Lomachenko, saying that, he's terrible defensively. This was the perfect style for Lomachenko and all that. Maybe there's some truth to that, but, these other fighters had that opportunity, Teofimo and Verdejo after that. And these guys were not able, at least they were not good enough to beat Nakatani like that. But Lomachenko was. And to me, this is a strong sign for me going forward after the surgery, after all that's happened, that he's able to go in there and dominate a guy, basically beating him every single round. I thought Nakatani landed some good shots. They were mainly to the body. He was trying to hit him with, he did hit him with some good shots upstairs, but it was, he was trying to catch him with the uppercut, so caught a lot of body shots. I thought he fought a little dirty. I saw him pulling on Lomachenko's arm. I can't really blame him too much, if the ref's going to let you somewhat get away with it. It is what it is. You try, I guess for him, you try whichever way to survive, but it wasn't good enough. And Lomachenko puts out a great performance against a much bigger guy, a solid dude. Regardless of what you think now, going into that fight, he was solid, and Lomachenko broke him up and just made it look easy. And then you had Tank and Barrios. Look, it's not a knock on Tank, but I don't really take nothing away from that fight. Didn't know much about Barrios going into that fight. The first time I've heard of Barrios is when he fought the Arab dude, I believe he is, Russian Arab dude, whatever he is, Akavov or something like that. In a fight where he could have lost. He could have lost that fight. It was one of those kind of fights. It was tough. Some people thought Akavov should have won. Barrios is a big guy. Tank looked like he was. Tank looked like he was a bit reserved for the first 5 rounds, maybe. The fight was pretty exciting because they went back and forth, trading shots. And then Tank's, better talent, I guess, took over. And Barrios wasn't good enough to take advantage of some of the opportunities that he had. I saw him hit him with some good shots, just didn't follow up on it for whatever reason. And, when you're going up against an explosive fighter like Tank Davis, you can't let those opportunities, go by the wayside, because if you do, then the next thing you know, they're back. They're not going to do that. A guy like Tank's not going to waste. He's not going to let an opportunity to hit you with big shots go to waste. So he's, he ends up paying for that, and he beats Barrios like expected. I think he dropped him 4 times. I thought the stoppage was pretty, lame. But he won the fight. Props to him. He's a 3-time regular, 3-weight class regular champion. And for whatever that's worth. But I think that they should put him in there tough. You heard Floyd Mayweather say that he's going to just keep him in in-house fights. I don't know why he wants to do that. I think Tank is good enough to, take a gamble with and put him in there with fighters that are going to make him, that are going to push him to the limit, where he's going to have to show all his potentials and what he can do. And I think that only helps him if he's put in that situation. But whatever they do, that's their situation. Obviously, you can tell I'm more impressed with Lomachenko, who's in these more, exciting fights, these more, risk-taking kind of fights. And but they both won. And, maybe one day they could fight each other in the future. I doubt it, but maybe that'll happen when, Lomachenko's like 40, if he's still in the game. What's up, Durden? Yeah. Tank can't. He could box. His defense is not that great. That's part of boxing, but his defense is not that good. Yeah, Barrios was doing good in the earlier rounds. He was walking him down. Just wasn't active enough. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. You have to. You can't. When you have your opponent, when you have a chance to put more hurt put more punches together against your opponent, like a Tank Davis. You can't let those opportunities go by. They will hurt you. All right, let me see. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Let's see if anybody wants to hop on. Okay. That is the link. If anybody wants to hop on. Um, that Loma fight. Okay, that Loma fight would have never happened. Tank dunked it at 130 when it should have happened. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Loma's never gonna go down to 130. Neither is Tank. They're gonna have to fight at 135, and I'll get into that a little bit on this show here. Let's see who's here. L Dog. And
Yo, what's up, man? What's up?
Third. What's up, L Dog? What's
Yo,
going on, man?
MXBC coming here to support. No.
All right.
What's up? What's up? Hey, man, that Loma performance, shit, that was a savage fucking beatdown, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that shit. Just how, like, the killer instinct, he really wanted to hurt someone that night. I feel like he might have felt disrespected. That a lot of people there was a lot of talk in the media about the Four Kings, the new Four Kings, and I felt Loma felt disrespected. He's like, man, these kids have pretty much built a name off of Tio's win over me. They're praising them like these guys, and they've just thrown me to the waste. Like, I think he was really thinking, like, man, I'm gonna make a statement.
And he did. He definitely did, man. I thought he beat him up. That was one of the most one-sided beatings. Like a fight that comes to mind. I don't know if you guys ever watched Roy Jones versus this tall Jamaican guy named, I think it was Richard Hall. I think that was his name. I might be wrong on that. Where Roy just like beat this guy every single round, had his head looking like a bobblehead. I don't think he bruised him up as bad as Lomachenko did to Nakatani.
We got Jet Kyle backstage. I recognize.
Okay, I got you.
My bad.
I got Jet Kyle.
What's up, my bro?
What's up, Jet Kyle?
What's up?
What's up, L Dog? Good. Boogie, what's up, lads? What's going on, brother?
What's up, lads?
What's up? Recognize
OG, what's going on, brother?
Not much.
Let's take over this boxing world, bruh.
100%.
I think Lomachenko, he ain't worrying about none of them because he's gonna go out there and do what he does, his fight, and he's gonna show his skills. And these so-called Four Kings, they got to meet him sometime in the ring, whether he's old or diminished or whatever. It doesn't matter. He still want that smoke.
Yeah, I think that's when they're gonna face him if they're still around at that weight class. Just one more thing, I don't think this talk of like Lomachenko going down to 130, that's not gonna happen, man. I really doubt it unless it was like a big name fighter where there's a lot of money and there's a lot of prestige on the line, like let's say Undisputed at 130 and with a decent name. I don't see Lomachenko going backwards, especially after this performance. They were like, well, he's too small, and I agree, he is a lot smaller than these guys, in size, but size don't mean nothing in boxing.
He's 5'7", bro. He's 5'7".
I doubt he's 5'7", OG. I think he's more like 5'6".
Nah, I think he's like 5'7". I think
you
he
think
is.
so? Okay, I mean, listen, 5'7", but he has a small frame.
Yeah,
Loma's tiny. You're talking about Loma?
Small for the weight, either way.
Yeah,
he's small for the
I think Loma's 5'5".
He's got narrow shoulders and short arms. Like that's why the dude is small. It's just his frame. Like he's not super broad and stocky like Canelo.
Right.
He's kind of, he has bulked up a little bit, but I mean, Yeah, man.
He don't got a
I,
V back, but his lat. If you look at his lats, he got some pretty big lats, but it's not in a V shape. You know, like a typical how can I say athletic body type.
Yeah. Well, what he is, he doesn't have the frame to put on a lot of weight. This is the most he can put on. You know what he comes in at right now. You know, it's sort of like he's sort of like Roy Jones when he went up to light heavyweight. To me, he didn't look any different from like 160 and 168 going to 175. The only time he did look different is when he fought what's his name, Ruiz, when he put on like fucking 25 pounds of like steroid weight.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just one of these guys that he can do that. He doesn't need to go down in weight. You know, all this talk about him, oh, he needs to go down in weight. He's not, because he had a close decision loss to Teofimo. And basically, you know, I think some of you guys would agree, it was just a bad game plan, right? 5 rounds or 6 rounds of really not doing much and then trying to catch up in the end.
Underestimated Teofimo's stamina.
I saw the explanation on what Lomachenko's promoter, what's his name, manager.
Yeah, manager's Klimas.
Yeah, he said that Loma, at the point, you know, he was worried more about his shoulder, and then he said at that time at 6th round, that's when he said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go all."
To be honest with you, man, fans don't want to hear that stuff, man.
Yeah, it's true, but
Klimas shouldn't be saying that.
It gives validity, though.
Right, it gives hope. Like if they fight a rematch, it'll be a different fight. Like if you're looking at it,
that's if his shoulder's right.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to make sure your if his shoulder's right. I'll you know, like
you know how the LDBC is going to take that though.
Yeah, I don't care.
They see that as like a weakness and an excuse.
That white boy making excuses, man.
Whatever.
But he doesn't have more athletics.
But hold up. Why they ain't say nothing when Floyd said, "I'm a rich coward"?
Or when Wilder
that's Floyd though. But I mean, like
they got other black you're sounding guys, real racist now, man. You're sounding real racist now, man.
That's good, because if they take it like that, okay. Whatever.
They do have guys to compare to Loma right now.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And Durden made a good point that I don't hear a lot of people bring up actually. I think maybe a lot of Lomachenko's game plan in that fight, whether it was to do with his shoulder or just the way he saw it, was to drain Lopez late. I think he thought Lopez would get tired in the later rounds. So I think that's maybe why Loma probably started a bit early. A lot of it had to do with Lopez's timing, power, and you know his skills as well. But it was probably Loma's game plan as well to drown Teo late. That was probably
be for real. Everybody that saw Lopez in front of Cambosis, didn't Lopez look like motherfucking 155 pounds?
165 pounds.
Big lad for sure.
He's diesel. He's like short.
That guy's strong.
He's not short, you know. I'm saying
Lomachenko's strong. I mean, not Lomachenko, but Lopez is strong, man.
He's a big boy. Lopez is like my height. My height, yeah.
I don't think he's tall, but he's muscular as shit.
Yeah, he's only 5'8".
Right. He's a muscular guy for the weight class. You know, when he loses weight, when you see him and when making the weight, he looks a little bit drained, but he puts on the weight for fight night. I think he puts on the weight perfect. You know, I thought that.
Well, that makes him kind of a bitch, though.
Well, I mean, is
because
it really
we got to tell his
bitch?
dad. We got to tell his dad, like, hey, look, we get it. Your son's young. He can make weight because he's young. When he gets older, he's gonna have to fight the bigger boys because your son's a big boy. He's strong.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to slug it out with the bigger guys. He's gonna get away with it when he's young. When you're young, you can cut weight like that and still have the energy for it. When you're older, you don't have the energy for that.
Most definitely, Nino. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But eventually that's gonna run out. But as of right now, it doesn't seem to be a problem. When he
Well,
comes into that ring,
yeah.
150 plus, because that's what he looks like, 150 plus coming in that ring. That's an advantage for him. Now, when you got a fighter like Lomachenko who came into that fight, like you said, trying to drown him, not really do much in the fight. He said it was because of his shoulder, his right shoulder, and therefore he was limited. Yeah, that's not a game plan to beat Teofimo Lopez, who's young and pretty strong and durable. So, but this fight where he's using both hands, maybe he doesn't do. Obviously, we're not saying that he's going to go in there and have the same results as he was doing with Nakatani. But if he's doing something, he's mixing those punches, then I could see later on maybe there might be some problems for Teofimo in terms of stamina and dealing with a guy who's still coming at you with both hands. And y'all both tired, but it looked to me like Lomachenko was more interested in the fight in the second half than Tio was.
The thing about the first fight is I do buy the shoulder thing, but that's on Loma for going in the fight and fighting him with a fucked up shoulder.
Yeah,
I
yeah
feel
he took.
like yeah,
Go ahead.
I feel like the rematch, if Loma starts earlier, he'll win. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, but he'll get knocked out because he'll open himself up more." I mean, that's true, but I don't really see Loma hurt by Tio. People say he was hurt in the 12th round and the ref saved him. Bro, I don't really see that he was hurt.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Like, bro, I just didn't see him hurt. But what I did see was rounds 7 through 11. Bro, Tio's head was getting snapped back left, right, and center like a
Oh
lot.
yeah.
He can't sustain that for 12 rounds, man.
See this?
No.
Let me ask you guys something. This thing that Lomachenko does now. You know how like when two fighters get close with each other, one is like trying to wrap. He has that free arm and he starts hitting you with like 3 or 4 shots. I noticed he started doing that. Honestly, I got to say against Teofimo, in that fight. Do you think that now that if he goes in there with 2 arms and he keeps that same game plan, right? Because he's fast and the way he moves, do you see that being, something that's going to be a problem for most opponents, even a Teofimo?
Well, he did that. He did that to the Nagatani fight too. He also did it in the Teofimo fight
Yeah,
because, I guess he learned his lessons from fucking Salido, dirty ass.
right. I just noticed that, maybe he's done it in other fights before, but I've noticed in the last 2 fights, he's been doing that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like the
Well, very
referee's not calling break; he's just fucking hitting you. He's
Yeah,
just hitting
especially
you.
Nakatani. And Nakatani seemed to be doing it more aggressive and even like with more meaner intentions. Like he really wanted to like smash Nakatani off him,
Yep.
Hey, L Dog, I'm gonna say this. That sounded racist for me to say that about Mexican. Dirty.
That's facts.
Damn, yo.
The anti-racism activist I am. I disown you, man.
Yeah.
L Dog always puts me on check when I need to be.
Yeah. And you definitely.
Hey, look, I'm watching this 12th round again, bro. This round is actually a pretty competitive round.
L Dog's
Like-
either a New Zealand Liberal or the New Zealand Derek Vineyard one day from the next.
Yeah, I'm watching this 12th round, man. It was a pretty competitive round. Like it's not like
It
people
was.
act like Tio was just beating the fuck out of Loma. Like, dude, Loma, they're going to war, and Tio just has the edge because of size, because they're going to war. But I don't really see, like, dude, I saw Loma caught with an uppercut. He didn't really move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loma
They're
caused the
forgetting
majority of the better shots, especially after 6 rounds.
he was making Teofimo fight back. Okay, he got the better of it in certain moments in that round, but he ain't fucking whip his ass. You want to give him that round? I can see it, but Don't tell
Dude,
me he whipped his ass. He almost stopped him. Like, get out of here.
I'm watching this shit right now, and people are like, when people said the ref broke them because of the head, but dude, Loma got on the inside and he fucking hit Tia with an uppercut to the body. Like, he's still throwing punches back. He ain't that badly hurt. You know, when someone's hurt, you know what usually happens is, bro, they just shell up or something, or they move. Like, they don't just stay
Exactly.
there and fight you and let
Backpedal.
their hands go. Like, you
They
can't be
backpedal.
that hurt.
Kind of like
Backpedal.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, or like, think about when I'm trying to think of a good example, man.
I mean, hell, Tank was losing most of his fight till he wins by knockout. I mean, Tank can't box, in my opinion. Like the guy waits till an opening happens, and then he goes for the knockout.
What do you guys thought about that fight, the Barrios and Tank fight?
Not much at
Barrios
all.
was doing good. He was doing good until Tank landed that big shot.
And Barrios is not a world class opponent to me. You know,
Right?
So,
He's just a guy.
just a basic guy. Yeah, 1-2, move around a little bit, pretty much doing basic things.
He
I mean,
was bigger, right? He was like Tank was moving up in weight. That's what he was trying to show everybody, that he can move up in weight.
Yeah, but it's funny, Dave
Wow.
Gurdon, you know, like before that fight, I'd never heard anyone talk about Barrios, and then when he was signed to fight Tank, he become like the new Salvador Sanchez or something.
Even even all my Mexican coworkers were like, "Oh yeah, man, I can't wait to see what Barrios does." I'm like, guys put in there to get knocked the fuck out.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was doing good for like the first 6 rounds, 7 rounds. He got, what was his first knockdown? 7th round or
I think it
8th
was the
round?
7th round or I forget G Boogie. It was he dropped him a total of what was it, 3 times?
3
And then
times, yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
then the ref stopped it when that was a bit of a premature stoppage, but at the same time, it's like Barrios is not gonna do anything.
Nah, because it was like, dude, if he would have stuck to that plan, keep him outside of his ring every time, hit him with that stiff jab. Every time Tank try to jump in, bow, meet him with that stiff jab, and then as he's like take a sidestep or whatever, throw the right hand, and that's what Virgil, even though I don't like him as a person, was telling him. And dude, if he would have kept that going, but I don't know the politics and I don't know all of it. I can only speculate.
Yeah, I don't trust Virgil Hunter when it comes to promoting, training against PBC fighters. It looks like it's
He's there to
Dude,
lose.
it's a recipe for disaster.
The first couple rounds, I saw what G Boogie was seeing. The nice straight punches, good movement from Barrios, especially
He was making Tank look bad in the first 4 rounds.
Especially that jab down the middle. That was every time it would hit Tank, man.
Yep.
He needed to stick that jab out there a lot more, because when he got knocked down first, I think it was maybe the 7th. Dude, his jab output dropped significantly. Like he wasn't jabbing as much that round. He should have been jabbing like a motherfucker that whole fight.
Hey, that's why I think
Triple G, just constantly sticking that stiff jab out there to disrupt him.
I think Ray Garcia knocks Tank out, man. A lot of people might say I'm crazy, but I'm gonna put my money down on that, dude. I've been big on Tank. I mean, big on Ryan Garcia beating Tank. So let's see. I want to see Ryan Garcia knock him out.
He might. I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't be surprised if
he got that left hook. That left hook counter.
He catches him coming in. He fucking he could catch him with a good shot.
Tank has the chin, bro. Tank has no brain. Like, the guy is actually he has no brain. You can't knock him out.
He looks like he has retard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Riri strength. Let's just call it Riri.
Yeah, but like that's the thing, man. I think
but I like Tank. He's an exciting fighter because he's explosive. But these opponents. Go ahead, go dog.
Let me say, at least he doesn't fight like Haney and fucking Shakur, right? When he gets an opponent like that in front of him, what does he do? He fucks them up. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but he can't do anything before that. That he only waits until he lands a big shot, then he capitalizes on it. But like before that, he can't box. He can't set up a shot unless his opponent's like
I'll
just
say
kind of stupid.
I say to the defense of Haney, he ain't got no punching power. None. He tried to bang it out with Linares, and you saw what happened to him. Stanky leg.
Yeah, that could hurt him against like big punches like Ryan
Against
Garcia.
Tank or Ryan Garcia.
Tank, yeah, and actually I see that happening more likely. I could see, at least for right now, until he gets that worked out. He can outbox these guys for the first 6 rounds, but that second half, remember, both men are tired, but when you have more power in your punches, that helps you in a fight against a guy who's tired and doesn't have power. You get what I'm saying? Because it gets worse for him.
Yeah. One thing I will say is Tank. I do think he is a problem, man. I think he is a good fighter. The way that guy fights, he is good. He's not perfect. No fighter is, but against pretty much everyone, I give him a good chance of beating them. Even Loma, I think the gap between them has closed with age. I just think they've, it's been about 4 or 5 years since Loma first called him out. I think the first time was 2016.
Yeah.
So yeah, the gap has really closed, man. But
that's
it's still a 50-50, 60-40, maybe Loma type of fight. But that gap is going to get shorter and shorter.
But that was the plan, though, dog. Remember Floyd? Floyd Mayweather like basically told you the plan of all these guys, not just Tank. Loma's close to 40. I'm like, yeah, he's like in 9 years, he's close to 40. You know what I'm
saying? That was the most disgraceful thing I heard from.
I think
Tank
boxers are better when they're close to 40.
No, I don't know about that, but look,
I'm close to 40 and I'll beat your ass. Anyway,
come on, Jaden. But the thing with Tank, like the most disgraceful thing I heard him say was, "Oh, we just at the beginning of my career, Loma, he right at the end of his. That I'm not in a rush. He's trying to get these fights because he's running out of time." And it's like, dude, that's the most disgraceful fucking thing a fighter could say. It's like,
I agree.
What you should be saying is like, yeah, Loma, his prime is almost over, so I want to get this fight now. I want to prove that I can beat him at his best.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Because
we all know who's Tank Davis's promoter. He's not gonna let it happen.
Of course not. Can this is what I tell people who look at the record of Lomachenko. They see 15-2, right? What I say to them is, can the guys that you like Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, can any of these guys go on that same schedule and be 15-2? Same schedule, according to your weight class, right? Whatever weight you're in. Fight those top guys all the way through.
Closest one is Ryan Garcia.
Nah.
He's an Instagram star, so yeah.
I mean, Instagram star is nice, but boxing.
Well, he's going to make that money. He's going to match up, the purse bid.
This is a good fight. Yeah, I agree.
I look at it like this: if Ryan Garcia fights Tank, if Tank throws a straight left, Ryan Garcia's knocked the hell out.
Ryan Garcia catches him with that check left.
With the check left, but Tank always keeps his right hand up when he comes in. Sometimes he drops it. If you fake him low and throw high, he'll drop his arm. And that's possibility too. Look here. Everybody can get knocked out. Ryan got power. Tank got power. The only one that I see is in the losing situation out of the whole 135 will be Devin Haney. Even though I think he can outbox them, he has the skill. But is he going to try to show machismo and try to jump in there like how he did with Linares? He's like, oh, I could take it. Next thing you know, boom! Oh shit! You know?
No, he won't be able to do that with Tank nor Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the only question mark through the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with Quags. I think Tank would break Ryan Garcia. He'd break his ribs. He'd break his jaw. But Tank is a
No,
different
Tank's a
breed.
little bitch, dude. Ryan Garcia is tough, man. Like, you guys think because he's like some pretty Mexican boy, he's not tough. Like, he can handle
Bro,
what's
he
coming at him.
ducked the fighter and claimed he was having anxiety attacks because of
Because
it.
he's
Like,
crazy, dude. Because
this
he's
dude is
psycho.
not built like
He's
that.
psycho, bro. He's a psycho like me.
No.
When
Valero
you
was
get a
a
psycho
psycho,
in the
bro.
ring,
Valero
Valero
was
was the
a
he's gonna
psycho.
psycho.
be
That was a
uncontrollable.
This
psycho.
motherfucker is just a pussy.
Well, so is Tank Davis.
Bro, Tank Davis, Tank Davis
Can I
draws
interject
it.
for a second?
He fought Leo.
Because
He fought
before
better
I
guys.
forget,
Tank can't box though. He just can't box.
Bro, he can box.
No, he
Hey,
can only
talking
throw
about
bombs.
Valero, you
Can't
got
box.
recognize you got to check that Valero thing, man. Yo, they killed that dude.
Oh, the documentary. Yeah, yeah. I was talking to Ant. You was there too. And I think L Dog. We were talking and Jed Cow. The only one that wasn't there was Durden.
Yeah, Gonzalo sent me the thing on Discord. I'll send. I think I put it on BDA's Discord.
Okay. If not, send
Yeah,
it to my
yeah.
my personal. Yeah, I'll check it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, that was another great fighter. Yeah, but look, going
Hey,
back to
Triple JJ, let's spar, bro. Let's see who's better.
Triple JJ versus Durden. I don't know, man. Triple JJ. You're not a little intimidated with a guy who's
See,
triple.
psychos are pussies. I'm a little crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can tell.
Well, you're still my homie.
Crazy people
Nah.
are needed. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, I think I have to agree with L Dog and everybody else. I think Tank I think Tank would beat Ryan Garcia. Dude, he's wide open for like he could. Don't get me wrong, he could hit you with a big shot first, but he kind of like wings those punches. They kind of telegraph. You can see them coming. I think Tank would knock him out.
Dude, he keeps his chin up like the damn Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. He's lucky that happened with him against Luke and not somebody else. Yeah, like not
If it
somebody
would have
else.
been Tio, oh my God.
No, Tia would have killed him.
Yeah.
For sure.
Lomachenko would have put him in the hospital.
Yeah, you would have beat him up the way he beat
Nah, you guys are
Nakatani.
tripping. Ryan Garcia is the future, bro. He's gonna knock everybody out.
He better get his mind right
But
first.
you know what? He is a big
Well,
boy.
that's
though.
the only thing, though. That's the only problem. But I see the goods in his physicality.
But
Like,
you know,
whether
he's
it's
a
mind
he's
or
a
my
he's a
face.
big dude. You know, like
He's like 5'10", 5'10" and a
he's
half.
got that Oscar De La Hoya body.
Yeah, he does, bro. That's why I'm
Dude,
big on him.
if he will learn the techniques or look at De La Hoya in his when he came out for the Olympics and started fighting, real fighters, that 1-2 that De La Hoya had, that 1-2 hook, dude, he should have learned from De La Hoya, but
He will learn from De La Hoya.
There's
no,
no, they're
I'm not
different
talking
fighters.
about him going in the back room with De La Hoya, but
They
Hey,
kind
I'll
of
go in the back room with De La Hoya, whatever it takes, man.
Mike from Boston says Loma beats both of them. I agree with that. Right now, yeah, he beats both of these dudes.
Loma beats everybody. That's the main argument.
Well, I don't know about beat
well,
everybody,
it's
but
Teofimo 1, Loma 2. That's all. The rest of them, they ain't shit until they fight either
Well,
Tio
Teofimo's
or
not
Loma.
really in that weight class. He's actually a bigger boy.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's a welterweight.
Definitely.
I think Teofimo should fight in the welterweight division and see what he's made
no,
of.
he won't do it right now, Durden. He won't do it.
Yeah, I mean
That's
they're
too
all
much of a
bitches, man.
risk because they feel like those guys up there, a lot of these guys could beat them.
I mean, fuck it, you know. Like, I mean, if you're an athlete, just
Oh
fucking
yeah, yeah.
fuck
I
it.
would like to see it.
To
I'd
be
like
the
to see.
test.
I mean, you know me, recognize. I grew up a baseball player. Like when it came push to shove, like you had to face the best team there was, and if they
Yeah,
beat your ass, they beat your ass. You took it like a man, and you went home.
yeah.
Damn right.
You know, you came back
Just
the
Get
like
them
next day.
back.
just
You
like a
run.
street fight.
Yeah, you can run it back. You can always run it back
Yeah, but with boxing, it takes like years to make a fucking rivalry go
because of the
down. You can have
money aspect, the
yeah, like in
politics.
baseball, it's like scheduled like 3, 4 times a year. You could have a rivalry matchup. You know, like just settle it there like 4 or 5 times. 2 best of 5 wins.
I look at it like this: if it was boxing was like the uh, NFL Eastern Division, that you've got to the Giants got to play Cowboys, the Washington Redskins, the who's the other damn team?
Yeah, it's a you know what
Philadelphia.
it is. It's a team sport, so like if it's all of us here. If I lose, we lose, right? That type of thing. Where these guys, they're this is the single individual sport. I mean, there are other single individual sports like tennis. Obviously, these guys play wherever whoever's ranked in the top five. That's the way it just goes, right? In
Yeah,
tennis, if you guys ever see that, you see these guys constantly. They Roger Federer versus Rafael Nadal. How many chapters did these guys play each other? Like fucking 30 times in their career,
yep.
and
Well,
whatever.
that and they compete against low rank people. You know.
Hey, you see what Endgame wrote?
Yeah,
What do you guys think about Donaire claiming that
yeah.
he's pulling out of the Casemiro fight? Well, I don't blame him because he offered to pay for Casemiro's damn VADA testing. Casemiro don't want to take VADA testing, and he said he's not going to fight. So fuck him.
That's not the problem anymore. Donaire's a pussy, bro. I don't like what he said.
What do you
And
say?
I'm so
I mean,
Casemiro enrolled in the VADA testing and that got sorted, but now fucking Donaire's demanding an apology because apparently someone from Casemiro's team insulted his wife, and he's going on a rant about how he's against misogynistic culture and
Uh,
how he wants an apology. And I'm like, dude, you're such a fucking pussy if that's what you're gonna do. Like, how are you,
that
like,
will make
isn't
me want to fight him even more. You
yeah,
calling up
that's what I'm
talking
yeah.
saying.
about shit? That's like De La Hoya and fucking Mayorga. Shit. Or
What
Sugar
did
Shane
Mayorga?
Mosley and fucking Mayorga. Fuck
when,
that.
when Mayorga slapped his girlfriend in the ass.
That shit
Damn
was
right. He
funny.
took a second look on that one too. He like, oh, damn.
That was nice. I respect him for that one. But Shea Mosley said, "You know what? I'll take care of you in the ring."
Damn, L dog, you just fucked up my world right there with that comment. It fucking don't air pussying out on some shit like
But
that.
you know what it
Yo.
is? These guys get they get that social pressure and they do this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. They start to change their ways because they could afford to do that. They got money, so they don't.
He's
You know,
trying to
they
bring liberal views into a
right. You
boxing
see,
match.
that's what I'm saying. Once these guys become with money and access, like I could be a liberal in a gated community. Absolutely, I don't have to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about liberal policies that could come
Dude,
back and bite
I'll
me.
go street on that motherfucker. I'll be like, put him in the ring. Let's go.
Yeah, just okay. You said that about my wife, then say it to my face. That type of thing. Let's fight in the ring. Forget the. I don't. You know what? I don't even care if you give me an apology.
Yep.
Let's just go in the ring and let's get paid because I'm sure they're gonna get good money
Oh
for that
hell
fight.
yeah. They'll make
These are two
dude.
Filipinos too. They're two
Yeah,
Filipinos.
man.
Yeah.
They're gonna make money. But fuck that. Let's put the fight on for us. Come on, Donaire. Get off your ass, your high horse, and
And Donier's on a nice little run, bro. You know,
Yeah, I know.
like
I know.
he's been hot since he's gone back down to 118, bro.
That's the way to deal with disrespect. You know, get him in the ring and fucking make him pay for what he said. Don't
Damn right.
Remember when Michael Carbajal fought that dude? Damn, I'm drawing a blank with his name. He was on the BDA show. I remember that fight. It's a black Panamanian dude, I think he was. The dude was talking he was talking shit about his family. Dude, and the guy was undefeated going into that fight. I whoever remembers his name, just put it in the chat. I'm drawing a blank. This was like in the early 90s, dude. Early 90s.
You know that's a sign of getting old, right?
Yeah, that is. My nigga, I'm 48, bro. That shit is there. I think it's like I'm losing my memory. But yo, he was talking shit about Michael Carbajal's family. Michael Carbajal would have never, and you got to see the beating Carbajal gave him in that fight. I mean, he was trying to dog him like. He wasn't just trying to beat him.
Ain't no joke, bro.
He was just trying to murder his soul, bro. The way he beat that dude up. He beat the daylights out of him. I'm happy. You know, that referee doesn't stop the fight. Maybe Carbajal kills him in that fight. There's a good shot.
I'm gonna go back and look at that damn fight now.
Yeah, I got to see that fight. I got to try and find out what was he a Panamanian recognized?
Yeah, he was a Panamanian dude.
So he was saying it in Spanish, obviously. Yeah, he was saying.
Yeah, he spoke Spanish, so he was disrespecting Carbajal, disrespected his family. I don't remember exactly who he insulted, but I think it might have been his wife. And Carbajal was like, "Okay, we're gonna see you in the ring." Like the whole lead up, you could see Carbajal's like there's nothing scared about him. He's like, "All right, bro, listen, you're gonna show me that in the ring. You're gonna have to show me that in the ring." Carbajal beat this boy's ass from the first round to whenever it was stopped, like mid rounds, and it was just like he would drop him and tell him to get the fuck up, bitch. Like you could say that, get up, bitch. I'm gonna fucking kill you today.
Man, that reminds me of you remember when Wilfredo Gomez fought this American fighter who had beat him in the amateurs, and every time Gomez would drop him, he was like, "Get up, get up," you know. He just
damn, what are you talking about? You talking about Gomez, right?
Yeah, I can't remember the guy. I think the guy was like Sugar Ray Leonard's like teammate. This guy, and because I remember Ray Leonard was commentating, and Gomez just beat the fuck out of him. And every time he dropped him, he was like, "Get back up, get back up." You know, he just wanted to brutalize him. Sounds like that.
Damn, right.
Hey, oh man, fuck! What fight was I gonna?
What did Casemiro actually say about Donier's wife? Anyway, because I've heard.
I don't know. I think someone called her a bitch or something, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna fight you now. You need to apologize."
And Donier's a great fighter, but he's a bit of a weirdo like that. I remember he was doing that with another opponent. "Oh, you disrespected me. I'm not going to give you a shot." He's a
simp.
He is a bit, yeah.
Great he's fighter, simping right there. Like come on, man. Who gives a fuck? Okay, you call my wife a bitch. Now say it.
You know what? Donier reminds me of the type of lad who gets told what to wear at home and that. You know, like his wife probably tells him what clothes to wear and that. You know,
bro, she's his manager and his tutor apparently now.
Just in trouble.
Like you watch, this bitch is gonna leave him with all his fucking money.
Yeah, she will.
And you know what, man? Like, if you're that much of a simp, then it is what it is, man. That's what you get. But you know, this is a good strategy. If anyone fights Donier next, when he's teeing off on you, if he's got you hurt, just call his wife a bitch, bro, and the dude will take a knee and he'll refuse to continue the fight. And you'll get like a RTD type of win.
Yeah.
Just be like, you know, he's hitting you with left hooks. Your wife's a whore, and he'll just back off and take a knee.
But yeah, like you said, he needs to stop simping and get in there and just punish this guy for what he said. That's the best way to handle it. You know? And if this guy beats him, he backed up his words. You know, he talks stuff about Donier's wife, but you know, he's willing to get in there and fight.
Hey, bro, I can't be a simp, man. I can't be a simp.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. That what I was gonna say was pretty stupid. So I'm gonna just shut up.
I've simped before, but I was in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I had no choice. I had to simp.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
has
Hey,
simped before at one point.
And I
sometimes,
accidentally simped the other day with this Croatian chick. I was telling L Dog I fucking messed it up. Sometimes it can just happen.
sometimes you know, if nothing's working, you gotta try simping. Sometimes, man.
Yeah, I didn't even
You get
try to
you
go
get
that way.
desperate, man. You run out of options. You're like, fuck, what do I do? And then you're like, you think you look at your like mental checklist, and you're like, all right, I've done that, I've tried that, I've tried that. Ah, fuck, simping. All right, here we go.
Bro. Oh man, this girl yelled at
L Dog, do you look in the mirror and say, "Damn, I gotta," like shaking your head, "I gotta do this. I gotta simp."
Yeah, that's what I'm like, man. I'm like, fuck, I got no other options, man. I gotta just simp.
fuck doing that, bro. I accidentally simped. This girl yelled out to me.
Yeah,
And,
Slugger
like, I turned
Sam,
around
it's happened, man.
and I didn't recognize her. And I was like, "Oh, you lost weight," because she actually had it. And I was like, "Fuck, why did I say that?"
Check out Justin Trouble's comment. I never simp white women throw themselves at me.
Oh man.
They like that. They like the chocolate. Yeah, they like the fucking chocolate.
You know what? I believe him. If that's really him, I believe it. I 100% believe it.
Yeah, man.
Me-
They
me
want
and
to
J-
know
me
where
and
they can
JT,
get your.
Me and JT
Uh,
are similar. I like the sisters. He likes the white girls. So we kind of got something in common.
I was gonna say, hey JT, I'm sure the ladies want to know where you get your lip fillers from.
Oh, dog, that sounded racist. Hey, yo,
Nah, JT's cool, man. I know JT.
hey,
JT's
recognize what year was that fight? Because I'm looking at Carvajal's record right now.
92 or 93, I want to say.
Yeah, I think I
It's either
found him.
92, 93.
Robertson Cuestra. I think that's this guy's from Panama.
Questo. Robinson.
Oh, yeah,
Robinson
Cuesta. Cuesta.
Yeah, Robinson Questo.
Okay.
Cuesta.
It was
Yep.
for the International Boxing Federation World Light Flyweight title. Yeah, the guy was 23-0. Yep. Yeah, 23-0.
He was tall for that weight class.
Yeah.
But hey, what do you guys think about the possibility that it's just a fucking method to hype up the fight? I'm 90% sure that's what it is. Like, oh, the fight's not happening, then all of a sudden, oh, it's happening. Like, there's bad blood. Like, that's what I think will happen. But if it doesn't, and like, because I understand the whole drug testing thing, right? If you want drug testing and the other guy doesn't, and you say, look, I'm not going to fight you unless you get drug testing, fine. But man, if it's literally like you want an apology because someone called your wife a bitch, like Roberto Duran called Sugar Ray Leonard's wife a bitch. That's why Leonard tried to fight him in the first fight, toe to toe, because he's pissed off.
I think he said he'd fuck her. I think he said, "I'll show you."
Yeah, he said. Yeah, he said something like that. So, like, dude, you gotta man up and just fight the man. Like, that's making you look real fucking weak right now.
Super weak.
Yeah,
But
man.
who knows? Maybe he might just say, you know what? Yo, let's sign this thing right now. Just to hype it up a little bit more. Let's sign it right now. But
Yeah, he.
Yeah,
That's the
man.
thing. Like, I won't really care if he actually just makes the fight, because I
Yeah.
was looking forward to that fight, man. That was guaranteed to be a fucking great fight.
I think Donier can knock him out. I think Donier can knock his ass out.
yeah, because
This
you
kid doesn't
see
have the
that
best. He doesn't have the best defense.
you saw that sparring session with that kid, that up and coming Filipino kid with Casemiro.
No,
I forgot.
I seen it, but I didn't know. I didn't know that kid was like a up and comer.
Yeah, dude, he would catch a Casemiro banging his head backwards, man. Then every time Casemiro tried to throw something and bully him, he's like, fuck that shit. Pow, pow. Yo, he was going at it with Casemiro. I forgot what's his name. He's a Filipino kid. out of San Diego or
Filipinos got a lot of people coming out of that. They got a lot of people coming out of that weight class.
yeah.
And with JT's comment there, I agree on two. Crawford was undisputed. Spence is the best, but no way Tank a free division champion. That two of them titles are paper belts. They don't mean nothing. Those regular titles ain't shit. You know, Josh Taylor's undisputed at 140 at the moment.
Oh man, fuck
who's
BoxRec
Crawford
too.
fighting next?
BoxRec put Tank at number 1 at 140. Like,
Oh,
bro,
Yeah, they're
if there's an
bugging out.
undisputed
They're bugging
champion
out.
and a regular champion is ranked ahead of them,
But Tank is an undisputed interim champion.
yeah, bro. You know what's gonna happen? I think Tio is gonna vacate and move up to 140. Taylor's gonna vacate, move up to 147, and they're gonna elevate Tank in 2 divisions at the same time. So he'll get that Henry Armstrong 3 division accomplishment.
Henry Armstrong actually beat champions for the belt. He didn't beat. Tank didn't beat no champion. Come on, man. That shit is fucking email.
That's what's gonna happen, man. I hope
Yeah.
it doesn't, but that's what's looking like will happen.
Yeah.
And you know who you know who's gonna be one of his next opponents? Adrian Broner. I guarantee it. No, I'm not joking. AB, he got to win his last fight. They're gonna fake some beef and they're gonna sell that fight in Atlanta. That fight will sell.
Mm.
And they're both gonna make millions.
I'm not donated.
Damn, that does sound realistic, though, dog. They fake a beef.
Dude, think about it. Atlanta, that fight would sell. Because AB can fake some beef with Tank, and then they can bring Floyd into it and be like, you know, AB was supposed to be Floyd's protege, now it's Tank, and AB can be like, you know, fuck Floyd Mayweather as well. Like, they can sell that beef, like, and it will sell, man. It'll sell.
Mm-hmm. It could. Yep. But
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, if AB was really coming in there to win, it would be interesting.
Yeah.
But if he's not, you know, he's just coming there. I don't know. I might watch that fight. Yeah, it probably would be his best opponent, even though like this dude is a joke. AB is a joke at this point.
Yeah, he's a 4-time champ too.
Yeah, he could say
Yeah,
that.
you watch the bro. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the fight the PBC are gonna set up, man. They're really gonna set that fight up.
Damn,
They don't want
L-Dub,
no
you
part
making
of
me
Regis
depressed.
Prograis. They don't want no part of that dude.
Hell no.
He's like the boogeyman. I mean, look,
Subriel Matias is the boogeyman.
Taylor fought him.
How do you not how to figure out how to make money off of that shit?
On
Wait,
which
what?
one?
I don't know, Regis Prograis.
Yeah, you could definitely make money off that fight.
Exactly, dude. Like, especially where Tank is fighting. He's fighting in Atlanta. He's trying to appeal to the whole like black fan base. Dude, it's 2 black fighters. They could make that fight.
And
All I
then
know-
you sell it in Atlanta.
All I
Yep.
know, if he tries to fuck with Ugaru, Ugaru
No,
gonna
have
get
that fight
dead
in
on
New
him.
Orleans. That fight should be in
Oh
New
my
Orleans.
That's where Prograis is from. Or he's
Yeah.
close to it. Yeah.
Have it in New Orleans. That'll make a lot of money.
I don't think Tank would be willing to do that.
Hell no,
Hell
they
no.
ain't gonna let him do
Because he's a
that.
pussy.
Hell no.
Because he's a pussy, he'll get outboxed.
Black Lives Matter. What the fuck?
That's the trouble. Just let you know. That's what he's
JT's a
doing.
funny.
Thanks,
funny
JT. I almost
Just,
forgot.
AJ2, Black Lives, they're like the 10% of the population. Relax.
Hey, JT, you've got to get the Soldier Slim picture back. Used to have that. He's a legend.
Soldier.
Black
ain't going
lives
to New
don't
Orleans,
matter
boy.
any more than white lives do, Justin.
You ain't going to New Orleans, boy. Fight,
Hell no,
fight,
he ain't going no.
fight Prograis in New Orleans.
Hell no, he ain't gonna do that. That's gonna
Well,
be black on
Floyd
black
won't let that
crime,
happen.
man. Ugaru
Bro,
gonna put a beat down on him.
you know, I would love to see that fight, but it's not going to happen, man. I think the best fights for Tank, though, bro, if he stays like 140 has the best options for him in terms of big fights. Prograis and Matthias. I think Matthias could even sell. Like, they could really hype up Matthias, and I think the Puerto Ricans would get behind him because they know their guy has a good chance to win.
Yeah.
Who?
Matias.
Subriel.
Subriel Matias against
Matias, yeah. Against
who?
Tank,
Tank.
Prograis, either one of those guys.
I mean, look at how you can market that fight. I mean, both Tank and Matthias have only been the distance once in their career. All the other fights are knockouts.
That's true.
Sounds like bullshit.
But that fight would sell, man. Puerto Rico, they could. I feel like Matthias, he should be marketed like the next Tito Trinidad.
Who's his promoter company?
Sounds like another W for Tank.
Nah, man.
Who's his promotion company?
Matthias, dude, I'm telling you, if Tank starts slow like that and just takes punches, bro, he's gonna get broken before he can wear the other guy out. Like, that's the thing with Matthias. I feel like people, they're always like, okay, you know, I'll let him hit me for a couple times and just wear him out in the first couple rounds. But then after the couple rounds are done, their body is aching and they're like, fuck, he took everything out of me.
I saw Subriel Matias. I saw one of his fights. Is that guy with the blonde mohawk?
Yeah, I think so.
Black dude. Hell no, man! That dude a fucking destroyed Tank.
It'll be a good fight. He's a bruiser for sure.
Yeah,
he's a bruiser. He'll get hit though. He'll get hit.
Yeah, he will get hit, but he'll get pissed. Yeah. And he gonna fucking go to massacre him.
Nah.
Okay.
Yo, thanks for having me on the show. Hey, that's not me in the chat. I don't know who that is. That's a troll. So if they say something, that's not me in the chat. That's somebody with my picture.
That's what every black man says.
No, I'm serious. That's not me in the chat.
It wasn't me, man.
It's not.
It looks just like you. I don't know.
What's up, bro?
No,
you fit the description. You fit the description.
But great show. I'm just listening, but I'm not even typing in the chat. I just was surfing the web, and I was like, "Damn, there's somebody typing with my name in pictures."
Yeah,
and stuff.
There's trolls out there, man, that does that.
It has to be a Mexican for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, for real though, they've imitated your way of typing to the.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Creepy,
that's pretty cool. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. That was me. You know what I say? Hey, you know what I say? You know what I say? Salute El Doggy Dog. Always type with 3 G's. So you know that's not me. So what do you guys?
Hey, so Trouble.
What's up, bro? What's up?
What do you think about that Subriel versus Tank?
I think it's a good fight, but of course I favor Tank. I'm biased, everybody knows that. Mm-hmm. I think Tank should stay at 140. I think that's his natural weight. And I don't see nobody beating him at 140. I really don't.
Not even Taylor.
Not Josh Taylor.
What?
Regis Prograis will probably be his hardest fight. Regis Prograis will probably be his hardest fight, but I don't really see nobody beating him at 140.
So what if T.O. goes to 140?
I don't even think T.O. could be. I want to see T.O. fight Mario Barrios.
What at 140?
I wonder at 140. I want to see how T.O. favors Mario Barrios. Everybody's calling Mario Barrios a bum, but actually have Mario Barrios actually beating Teofimo Lopez at 140.
Nah.
You don't think so?
So JT, bro. So JT, bro. You got Tank beating everyone at 35 and 40. You think he's the best at them weight classes?
I think he beats everybody from 135 to 140. His hardest challenge would actually be Loma. I don't believe in like the triangle theory. Um, like To beat Loma, but I think Tank would have more trouble with Loma than he would at To. But then I think Mario Barrios beats To at 140. And I think Loma beats To in a rematch.
Are
I'm
you
not.
saying that?
Yeah.
Are you saying that
Yeah.
Tank can't box?
Tank can box. Tank's learning. I'm a Tank fan. Of course, you know I'm biased to fighters that look like me. I'm just keeping it. I'm just
Well,
keeping it
Tank doesn't
100.
really look like.
Well,
I'm
no, he
you.
just.
looks
Kind
I'm.
of
more. He
like
looks
him.
You
more
know.
like.
You know.
He
He's a
looks more
little
like
Well,
brighter.
like him.
He looks like
He's a little brighter. He's a little brighter than I am. But uh, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
He's good
I'm a
enough. He's
bias.
good enough. He's good enough.
Yeah, I'm biased towards PBC fighters. We'll just leave it at that. So, but that's pretty much my take on it. I don't want to stay on. I don't want to stay on too. I'm sorry.
Except if I box, you'll be backing me up. If I box, though, you'll be supporting me.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I just wanted to chime in, say hello to everyone. Great show. I'm listening in, but that is not me in the chat. So
All
if
right.
anybody, all right. Thanks for having me on.
Peace.
Peace, brother.
All right,
All
peace.
right,
Thank you.
I love you, Justin.
Nah, I don't think.
I would let you fuck my wife if you're white, but she's not white, so you're short out of luck, right,
So you
Justin?
might not, yeah, you might not like her because she's not white.
I don't think Tank can beat To. It's just my perspective. Nah.
I don't even think Tank can beat Ryan Garcia, man. I'm gonna say it again.
But the one thing I will say is that these guys are not that far apart from each other. It's just like
Yep.
what it comes down to is the mentality. So you got to wonder at one point, like I kind of agree with Justin Trouble in the sense that Tank is talented enough that he's going to give these guys problems, and if they fade before he does, he wins. Obviously, that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
But what I still see, what I still need to see from Tank is him in more adversity with guys who have like a game plan to beat him up as well. That's the game plan, right? Progray's going to come in there. He's trying to do the same thing that Tank's doing to him, or he's done to other opponents. Can he keep that same energy? That's the question. But the talent is there. I mean, the kid does have power. He's explosive. He chooses not to box as much in terms of meaning he's boxing in the ring, but he's more of a power puncher because he sees these opponents as guys he can do that to. But then let's say he goes in there against a guy that you try to do that to, and he's doing it back to you. Can you do something else? That's the question.
Hey, could I say? Could somebody answer this? You think Tank Davis could mess with Ramirez? You think Tank Davis could mess with Ugaru? You think Tank Davis could mess with Taylor? And whoever else is up on that higher level in the 140 division? And please explain to me how would he be able to? Any one of those three.
I honestly, I would pick those guys over him. I would pick, at least Taylor. I would pick Taylor over him. I would pick Progray over him. Subriel, I think that's a 50-50 fight. Here's what I mean by that. Because Subriel's there to get hit too. So
no, I'm saying Ramirez.
Oh, Ramirez. That's a tough fight for him. It's a real. I mean, look, he's 5'5". You're gonna have to box at some point, which I'm not too worried about with Tank. The question is, can he do it for a long time? Can he do this? Be patient against fighters like that. He's shown that he can do that, but against that level of competition, I don't think we have. Barrios, is he at that level? Is he Ramirez level? I don't think so. I don't think he's Ramirez level.
Is he on Ugaru's level?
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, who is that?
Uguru. Fucking
Prograde.
I think it's Rougarou.
Rougarou? I thought it was
sounds like
Uguru.
Ooga Booga.
No, I thought it was
I think
Uguru, not Rougarou.
Prograde would be a nightmare for Tank, I think, bruh, at 140. I don't know if he could beat him at all. I think that would be a big hill
What
to
about that
climb.
other
I
Irish
think
guy?
I think Taylor beats the shit out of fucking Tank too.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
I think
whether anyone's
Ramirez. What about
saying
Ramirez? Ramirez would be a problem. For Tank,
Ramirez will
bruh.
beat his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about the first time. Ramirez, um, Taylor, and what's his name? Uguru.
What about Zapata, who made the guy in your avatar do that?
Uguru.
Hell yeah, Cepeda
Uguru.
knocks him out too. Cepeda's gonna fight Crawford, from what I hear.
Yeah, I'm hearing that
Yeah,
too,
I don't like
man.
that fight. I'd like to see.
I don't like that fight, man.
Well, I
Nah,
hope
he's just moving up.
Cepeda wins. I don't think he will, but
I don't think he will, bro. Crawford got too much angles unless he switch at the time that Crawford is switching and Crawford runs into that left hook.
He's gonna catch Crawford with some good shots. The question is, can he do anything with it? Because then Crawford could just hit him with a couple of good shots and the fight's over.
well, that just means Crawford's being a bitch and not fighting people at his weight class that he should be.
I agree. Totally agree with that.
Why is Cepeda went up to 147?
Well, it's another guy for Crawford to bring up. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
another-
Cepeda's fucking looking really good, man. Looking real good. Unfortunately, he might be used for his skill, but
he might.
he's real looking real good.
Like,
I was gonna say the problem
Crawford needs a better opponent though. He needs a top welterweight after all this.
Yeah, I agree.
Dog, yeah.
I think with Crawford, this is why I'm saying don't be surprised if Taylor beats him. The dude just is not fighting the level of competition Taylor is fighting. He's not going to be ready.
Well, why would Crawford take a fight with Taylor?
He will fight him, but like I think he's going to lose, dude. It's too much of a step up. I mean, it's been years since Crawford has actually fought a good fighter.
Yeah, but Taylor isn't really that good, man.
Nah, I think Taylor's very good.
Yeah, I think
Not against Crawford, man. I think Crawford knocks him out, to be
I like
honest.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Crawford's weird, though. Like, Crawford can fight. He's just not marketable, man. His personality sucks. It's not somebody you can, like, get with.
I don't know if it's the personality or whatever. I just think that he needs to push the envelope harder, because if he really wanted the fights with the PBC and all of them, dude, they're not gonna turn down money.
Well, maybe that's Bob Father getting in the way. Maybe he tells Bob Father, "Hey, I want these," but Bob Father says no.
I don't think so, man. I don't know. Like,
you
with
underestimate the power of the Bob Father, man. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that guy
I
has a lot of power.
I know he can reach out and touch people, but he has influence and all that. He's been there for what? How old is he? 95 years old, some shit.
He's old as fuck, man. He's like 89, 90.
That's the first problem that Crawford fucked up with, is signing with Top Rank. Anyone signs with Top Rank, I think they're making a mistake, man.
It's basically, I'm trying to ensure Crawford makes his money.
I think Loma fucked up by signing with Top Rank, in my personal opinion. Signing with that Jewish motherfucker, I mean, he's just setting you up for. You're gonna get their fights, but it's gonna be whatever makes him money, not you.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of stupid. And I was saying this to L-Dog yesterday. He wasted 2 years of Loma's prime. Like, after Loma beat Gary Russell, Aaron pretty much didn't do nothing with Lomachenko to, like, the Walters.
He didn't do nothing with Mikey Garcia. That's why Mikey Garcia left. He was like, this guy ain't doing shit with my career.
Yeah, but Mikey Garcia wanted to pick and choose. He's not a Pacquiao.
Yeah, but
man.
he didn't really do much with his own career as an independent either.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying.
that's the reason he wanted out.
He just
Because
wants paydays, but go. He needs to go to damn fucking sheriff school and shit.
Mikey messed up as well taking that Spence fight. He should have just tried to still get a fight with Loma at 35 instead of just going up to fight Spence. That was just a waste of time.
Yeah,
How much he made on that fight?
he made like 5 million or something like that.
Well, that wasn't a waste. That's 5 million.
No, for us fans, for us boxers. The waste of time for us boxing fans. I don't care how much.
Yeah, definitely. But nowadays, these fighters, the only one that I see that actually challenges himself, Pacquiao, Loma. You know,
Usyk at cruiserweight.
Usyk. He don't
I'd
care.
say Spence.
Josh Taylor as well at 140.
Yeah, Josh Taylor, Spence, Stephen Fulton,
Yeah, I'll give
Chocolatito.
Spence. I'll give that props to Spence too because he's whatever. You know, he fought. He's fighting people that are in his level, and
Yeah,
you know,
man, if Joshua fights Usyk, I've got to give Joshua the credit as well. Like Joshua would have fought pretty much everyone who, if he does take the fight.
I hope that fight happens, man.
Yeah, so do I. Well, we've got this.
It's on BoxRec now, I
We
think.
got this annoying Wilder Fury 3. So at least get something good out of it to get Joshua Usyk. I guess that would be the only good thing we get out of that stupid trilogy.
Yeah.
dude, I wonder how Tyson Fury is going to come in. He's going to stay at about 160. I say 160 right there, and then Deontay Wilder comes in at about 120. I mean 220. Oh man, that's going to be a massacre. 260, a guy that's 40 pounds heavier than the other guy. Whew.
Yeah,
I really don't want Tyson Fury to come in, like he said, 300 pounds because he's going to slow the fuck down.
yeah. I think that's bullshit, though.
He should stay at that like 260 to 270. Stay right in there. Don't go nowhere from there. Oh.
Yeah, he. That's. Did you see him? You saw him at the press conference. He looked about what 270.
I don't know, man. I think Wilder might surprise us.
Well, if he does, he does. You know, I'm not down in the man.
Yeah,
You know,
like-
only shit that I down Wilder was all the bullshit ass excuses. Come on, man.
Yeah,
you just
agree.
got your ass whooped. That's it.
Yeah, I think
one thing, Wilder in the ring won't quit. You know, shows a lot of heart, but outside the ring, all these excuses. That's what everyone just can't stand. It looks so weak. These 10 million
Right.
different excuses.
he's training hard too.
He better.
I don't know. He can always just catch Fury with something, man, and fuck him up.
Yeah.
That's what I got a
He
feeling.
got
might happen.
titanium in both hands, bro.
Yeah.
He could back fist Fury by accident.
Wilder?
and knock his tooth out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilder's cheating then.
Nah, that's not cheating. They gave him it's like Floyd. Floyd used to fucking shoot Novocaine and his shit. Dead as motherfucker. Still fucking.
That tells you it's corrupt, man.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are mocking Wilder, but I do think he looks really good on the mitts, man.
Oh, that's the mitts though, and plus is all. I want to see him in a heavy bag, him moving and throwing those shots. That's how you could tell, yo, he's ready. The focus is the guy that's throwing the pads. If he's a good pad guy, he can make you look good.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Throw
Dog,
the heavy bag. I want to see him hit the heavy bag and move around like that, and imagine the opponent in front of
Man,
him.
Wilder ain't ready for that white power, bro. White power is gonna punch him in the face. He ain't gonna be ready.
Well, yeah, L Dog, and you know that anyone like the pads are designed for someone to look good on them. Like anyone can look good on the pads. You know that as well. So
Yeah.
you know, and is Wilder looking good for his usual self, or is he just looking good? You know, that's another thing. Is he just looking good compared to what he usually does? Is he looking
Bro,
good?
he looks like he's improved a lot for him, and that's the thing. He doesn't have to improve a lot because he has that power. He only has to improve a little bit, and we're witnessing a totally different fight.
That is true, but at the same time, is what makes Wilder dangerous that he is so unorthodox and like so unco that that's kind of what makes him dangerous. If he cleans it up a bit, does that make him less dangerous in a way? I don't know.
It might make him more predictable, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe him being wild and reckless is what makes him dangerous. So I don't know.
Because the way I saw him hitting those pads, I was like, okay. What if Fury do the jerk movement again, fakes him, he's gonna react, and then Fury, come on, Fury ain't fucking stupid. He's got skills, and he gonna find that timing, and he's gonna catch him with something. But is Wilder not gonna be like evasive, as in running away and then wait, and then like the second Luis Ortiz fight, and be boring like that? Or is he gonna come in like the first Luis Ortiz fight, or the first Tyson Fury fight, that he stuck, he did the 1-2, 1-2, and even though he wasn't putting his hand on Fury, he kept him out at bay. And then that, like, when he knocked him down, that whatever round he was, that he did the jab cross hook. Yeah, see, I understand that. He has the athleticism to do those stuff. And we as fighters wanted him to progress, but he was going for bums and not doing what he was supposed to do, and then giving excuses, and he got his ass whooped and then want to admit it. So if he comes prepared, yeah, I see a good fight coming. It's a 50-50.
I mean, listen,
I'm not gonna. Huh?
If I had to bet my money, if Fury's coming in to win and not taking them lightly, and is like on his game, I got Fury beating him again, whether it's by stoppage or on points. But yeah, you do got to be careful with Wilder, because I think Wilder looks at it right now as like, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna try to knock this dude out. So, the fear of losing.
The fact is, Wilder's is the desperate bitch at this point.
Yeah,
he is desperate, without a doubt. But that could work for you, and that could work against you.
It might work for him. He might get that knockout, but he needs a knockout. He's not going to outbox Fury.
No, definitely not. I don't think so. Definitely not. Because we've seen it already. We've seen him in the ring twice.
If he tries to box with him, he's just gonna flop on the ground or something. He's not gonna be able to box with him.
Hey, Dirty, he's gonna be like my picture right there.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward. Come on, Donaire, go take your frustration out on Casemiro in the ring. Come on, sign that shit.
Justin Trouble's 100% right. He can't go backwards, because remember, the first fight, that's why he survived and almost knocked him out. he wasn't on the back foot. Fury wasn't pushing him back.
Yeah,
So he went 12 rounds. Yeah.
He can't fight
Well,
going back.
Fury is going to push him back, dude. He's too
Look,
big.
my thoughts, or my advice to Wilder would be this: try not to think too much in the ring.
Yep.
Because you're just not a thinking man's fighter. Fury is better technically than you.
Yeah.
Like you have to give this man no respect and swing for the fences, man. You gotta leave it all in the ring.
He better not get tired though.
Yeah, he might win. He might win like that.
It doesn't matter though, G Boogie. You gotta try something, right?
Yeah, he got to try, but he better make sure that his conditioning is on point for a battle of attrition.
I'm sure
going
his
for that
conditioning can outlast that fat white boy. I'm not gonna lie. He should be able to do that. But whether
That's the
he's
thing.
gonna do that,
The fat white boy he's a madman. He's not your typical. Like, you look at him and you be like, this guy can't be a fucking great athlete. No, he is, because he's crazy. He's a crazy dude. You know, he's just like, he believes he has that self-confidence that he can beat anybody. And then
Who are ya? Who are ya?
Yeah, he definitely does.
You big dosa. You big
Hey.
dosa.
Like that's the thing. Wilder just needs to keep it simple and try and land that right hand. That's what he needs to do. He has no chance in hell of
Outboxing.
well, I don't know. Yeah, like that's the thing. I like some of the things I'm seeing there. Like, I do think the jab to the body was a good punch. Throw that right hand to the body as well.
Yep.
Set up
Fury
the jab
def-
upstairs, right hand downstairs. He's weak to the body.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree with that. Beat Fury going to the body is definitely a plan that more fighters should try and implement. Because I agree, that is a way to get at Fury. And not many fighters
And
are able to do that.
don't throw a slapping punch, Wilder. Make sure you hitting with knuckles.
Yes.
Here's the thing, though. If Wilder, he's jabbing to the body, he throws that jab upstairs, that straight right downstairs. He can do it a couple times, and then all of a sudden, 1-2 upstairs, bang, that right hand's gonna land. Fury might lower his hand and try and parry that shot downstairs, which is a big mistake that fighters do, and then bang, caught upstairs. So that's why I would say, like, try and do something like that, man. Incorporate punches like those, and when you get on the inside, hit this dude, man. Hit him on the side. Hit him on his obliques, like in the inside with those short little shots.
Like, here's another thing. Wilder can throw the jab out there and then fake like he gonna throw the right. And then next time, when you do it again, throw the jab, and if instead of faking up top, hit to that body, bow, hit him on the side, hit him. If he try to bring his arm down, hit him in the bicep. Just make sure that you don't slap it. Make sure you turn it over.
That's the thing about training someone like Wilder. Okay, you don't have to make this guy a fucking Lomachenko to be able to win fights. You don't need to teach him how to roll under a hook, counter someone to the body, then counter them upstairs. Do all that. Like, you just need to know the basics and work around his physical gifts. Okay, he's very tall. He's got long reach. He's got power. He's athletic. All you need to really teach him how to move a bit, how to jab, the basics pretty much. If he could master the basics, this motherfucker would be deadly.
Well,
basically, what you're saying is him to enhance what he already has in.
I think Wilder has a good straight right hand now. It's not this windmill that he used to throw. He's got a good straight right hand, and he's got a good jab to the body. Where you could improve is getting him to jab upstairs a little bit more and shooting that right hand to the body.
Jab to the body, and well, see, the way Wilder used to box in the amateurs, to me, that's exactly how they should like work his game around now. Because to me, he looked way better in the amateurs. He was moving more. He was a bit more fluid. And he threw a good one too. I mean, if they could get back to something like that, that would be a problem, But to me, he's regressed since then. I don't know what's been going on.
Yes, yeah, I agree. Agree, man. Dude, I was so maybe this sounds crazy, but I was so impressed when he beat Bermain Stavern 2015, January of 2015.
Yeah, that was a good sign.
Because I picked him to lose that fight. I said, this dude is he's too wild, right? Like his name. He's like, he's too wild. He's gonna get clipped. But then when he, and that there's rumors that the guy that Bermain Stavern was sick, and maybe that's true. But still, he boxed, and I said, man, if this guy that might be the only thing he needs is just like jab, jab. He was even throwing like distracting jabs, throwing the overhand right. And I was like, why doesn't he do that for every other fight? Yeah, he's fighting taller guys, but he could still do that. You could apply those methods to disguise your overhand right.
You know what'd be funny? If Wilder fucking throws his jab and then Fury thinks he's gonna throw the right hand and he throws a fucking triple G overhand left. Boom, coming down.
That would be dope. Yeah.
Funny.
I mean, why not?
You know what might even be a good thing to teach Wilder? The Kovalev reverse 1-2, where you feint that right hand and then bang, you explode with a jab. Because a lot of guys, they focus their game when it comes to Wilder around avoiding that right hand. So every little feint he does with the right hand is going to draw a reaction.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that could be good, man.
I
But I feel like, you know what? The more I think about it, the more I think about it, man, Wilder doesn't have all that much to get better at to beat Fury. Fury is not that good, man.
But here's the one thing, L-Dog. Here's the one thing. Even though I do agree that in terms of like movement, when it comes to Fury, I don't think he's quite the same guy he was in his earlier years. Obviously, because he's older and he's bigger. But the Fury that came in for the second fight was a total different person, total different approach. He basically went for the gusto. He was just within boxing, right? Like he wasn't reckless, but he went for the gut. He went for the neck. He just said, "I'm just gonna knock this dude out,"
and
you can see it.
And he fought.
Hey, someone wants the link. Recognize.
He had that lead hand out, like pouring control, and he looked like Lennox Lewis in that second Wilder fight. The way Lewis would fight when he was up front,
That's why I'm saying those straight punches to the body when he's coming in. Like Wilder in the first 2 rounds, he actually did look pretty good to me. He like the first 2 rounds of that fight, he looked good. After that though, he went to shit.
No, I had him losing every round. Did you have him?
No, I had him losing, but they were
right. But
competitive.
he did land some decent. What L-Dog is saying, he did land some decent punches, and he did it.
He did
textbook boxing style. Like he
it wasn't. I still reckon he looked shaky and he looked off balance as usual, and I could see him getting pushed back. He had no idea what he was doing, Like
in the first round, I saw him catch Fury, but Fury rode the punch and turned at the same time, but he bounced off his temple. He caught him with it. He just didn't catch him flush with that right hand.
Now that's the thing. See, the jab to the body, it's the right idea, but the right hand to the body would be even better. You got to mix it up. If you throw that right hand to the body, dude, shit. But remember how Luke Campbell was fighting Ryan Garcia and he kept throwing that rear hand to the body? I feel like if Wilder can do that, he might be losing, dude. But by the 6th round, Fury might be tired, dude. His body might be weak. And like I said, that right hand to the body, you could throw it 3 times in a row, right? Like, of course, with jabs in between, like jab, 1-2 with the right to the body. But then eventually you can throw 1-2 to the head and it's going to catch you off guard.
If you look at the Wilder Fury first fight, right? Wilder was not getting backed up here in little moments here and there. He wasn't getting backed up. He was coming. He was trying to land that punch. He caught Fury with some good shots throughout the fight here and there. He did his job. Right now, I'm not one of those people that believe that it was a long count, but here's what I mean. He's getting outboxed for 12 rounds. he gets the job done. He got the shot that he was looking for. It's just that Fury beat the count and was able to continue to fight. So the way I look at it is be simple with Wilder. Tell Wilder, listen,
Yep.
you can't be backing the fuck up because he'll fuck you up every time. You got to stand your ground because in the first fight, so the techniques that I'm showing you right now doesn't mean anything if he's backing you up, right? If he's backing you up because he's punching your face and you're backing up, everything goes out the window. Then you have kind of like a mirror image almost of the second fight. We want to go back to the first fight. That's what I want to go back to because you were getting outboxed and you basically did your job. You knocked him out. You knocked him down. It's just that he beat the count. That's it.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to backing up, the first thing you got to teach him is how to back up the right way, right?
right
When you
way.
back up, you want to back up maybe 1-2 steps, and then you step to the
But then
side.
again,
You don't
though,
just
dog.
back straight
again,
up
though,
until you
dog,
hit the ropes.
like you
Well,
said
I wouldn't.
earlier,
I
I don't want
wouldn't
him.
go one,
Real
two
quick, I just
back.
want to say this real quick. Something that
Yeah,
L
go ahead.
Dog said
What's
earlier. I don't want Wilder thinking too much. Okay, I do
Yeah.
not want that
Yeah,
happening. I don't want him to be thinking about backing up the right way, not backing up. No, that's just going to confuse him, especially
but
against.
that's part of the
Only
fundamentals, man. Just
It is.
semicircling rather than backing up in a straight line. If he can learn those fundamentals, bro, he got a good chance of beating Fury. I mean, Fury struggles against basic fighters.
a technical boxing stance is a 45 degree in either if you southpaw or orthodox. You're in a 45 degree angle. What I mean by that is a triangle.
Mhm.
If you stand in orthodox and you want to shift so your dominant hand will be in front, only thing you're gonna do is just gonna take that left foot and step it back. And then step your front foot. I mean your side foot back up front. Now you in a southpaw stance. Only thing he gotta do when he threw that fucking jab, cross, hook, and caught Fury in the 12th round with that shit, that's the composure that he needs to be in.
Yep.
Not mentally, no, in that moment that he's initiating the conflict, he got to be composed into doing it. And if he could focus at that point, oh yeah, it's gonna be on. That fight is gonna be on. If he could stay mentally in that mind state, oh yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Yep. Establish that you are also in control of that ring. You're not backing up. At least you're not backing up all the time. Not the way he was backing up, and not for the same reasons. You avoid that. Yes, you could probably still get outboxed, but I still like his chances of still being in the fight and almost landing that shot that knocks him out. What's up, Viking?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up, my
What's
nigga?
up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm just listening.
So, what do you think about this Wilder Fury
Discussion.
rematch? The discussion.
I don't like what Wilder's doing with all that fucking extra nonsense, like trying to fucking bench press and shit like that, because that doesn't help. But like if he comes in focused, like I think one of you guys was saying, then it's different. I think it's the mental. Like you remember when he was like fighting any of the guys, not Fury, even in the Ortiz one, like even when he was getting touched up or like hit, he would still be in the fight and he would be so relaxed, because he knew that he had the edge over these guys. Like that mental, he was still like, I'm fucking invincible kind of feel, like, oh, everybody's on my fucking feet. I can knock anybody out.
Maybe
But like,
he doesn't have that.
that's what I'm saying. Right now is like, I don't know if he has that. Like when he gets touched up by Fury, Like he starts acting like he's drowning in water. You know, he starts like his
Yes.
legs start tumbling. He starts like fucking shaking. His eyes is like huge. Like he just loses his shit. Like is as if he's getting jumped by like 7 guys
Yes. Yeah.
outside of fucking Delhi. You know, like bro, relax. Like if they see you like that, like Fury's not gonna stop coming. Like you know, if they see you like fucking almost dying in there with a body shot,
Yeah,
then
with
he's
the
not.
wide eye, like you said, the wide eye, because
Yeah.
you could see it in that second fight. His eyes was like a fucking deer in the
Bro,
headlight.
You know
every
what those
reaction
eyes
of him,
reminded me of? Like that, it's like that meme that goes shit.
bro.
No
Everything
shit,
he
El Dog's
does,
getting racist.
everything.
Nah, I'm just saying, like he was like, man, fuck, like there's
Oh no
nothing
no
I
no
can
no
do.
no no no! There's no. We shouldn't. There's. What was I gonna say? I think every reaction that he gives after getting punched is a meme, bro. Like it's turning into a meme. Like stop it. You gotta like
Fury was
relax.
so big though in that
He is a
fight.
meme.
Though he was so imposing. Like Wilder gained weight too. He put on what was it? It was 230 in the fight. I remember.
Yeah, he
If I
was
remember.
230,
Yeah, so he was
230
230,
something.
but it's just that fucking Fury was so big and aggressive boxing. He was using that I think it just totally threw Wilder off. And then of course you're getting hit with shots that are hurting you. And so it's like, oh shit, this fucking dude he don't respect me. That bully syndrome. You know,
Yeah,
like this dude
fucking
don't
Kenny
respect me.
Bayless was trying to help him out.
Yo, I think you know what you know what I also think. I feel like like when I watch like Lewis, like like Lennox Lewis and all those guys, they were just like bulky, like heavy. I feel like guys like that when they lean on you, even for like a round, like you're already mad tired, you're carrying 310 pounds. This dude is trying to press you down. I feel like that just kind of like really tired him. Like he didn't plan on going that kind of like struggling and someone leaning over you, weighing you down. I don't think he ever planned to fight like that in his career. So
Hell
it just
no,
kind
his toothpick legs couldn't stand it.
Hey, that's what I don't get, man. This guy's posting about a video of him working the bench press. Man, for fuck's sakes, I'd be more impressed if you were working the squat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
Hey,
key.
Eldor,
Ju-
let me
Like,
give you an
dude,
analogy off of that. There's one guy, I ain't gonna say where I was at, and I ain't gonna say his name. This guy, he benches like 400. Got off the thing. He asked me, "Yo, you don't mind if I hit the bag with you or whatever?" I was like, "Yeah, come on." So he puts on I had the vest protector, my focus mitts, and I said, "Yeah, come and hit the thing." And then I let him get body shots. I said, "Yo, you gotta hit the body, right?" So he threw his best shot. This dude was like 6'4", 6'5", yo, like built like,
Had no power.
yo, no, he had power, but it was like he didn't know how to throw his power. You
Oh,
know what I
got
yeah.
you,
mean?
which is even worse because
Right. So he goes. I said, okay, my turn. 2 rounds went. I said, my 2 rounds now. All right, he puts the shit on. I hit him with a body shot that he did. He made me do jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, jab, cross, hook, cross. And then he said, yeah, throw a body shot whenever you want because he had the belly protector. Man, I hit that motherfucker one shot. He went, wait, stop.
yeah, take
He
a
took that
shit,
shit
right?
off. Yeah, he took that shit off and he said, nah, man, fuck that shit, man. I was like,
You know why that
he
is, right? Because
remind me of Wilder, bro.
he's one of these dudes. You see them a lot in the gym. They just work out the chest, which is the easiest part. The
Yep.
legs are they're the key that builds also your core. Because when you're doing squats, you're doing whether you're doing bench squats or you're standing up, you're working out your core at the same time.
Yeah,
You're
because
working out
your core has to brace that weight it's holding, and it
exactly.
has to keep tight. So that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, I do believe weightlifting is good, especially for heavyweights, but you want to dude, just don't focus all that shit on the upper body, man. You
Yeah.
should be looking at full body strength, and with Wilder, looking at his proportions, man, it's his legs, bro. This dude, he should be squatting, he should be doing lunges, calf raises, whatever,
Yep. I agree with
He,
you, man.
like
Definitely.
like you
and
look at
running to make sure he doesn't get too bulky. Running to make
yeah.
sure you know, he
He
building
has to
condition.
run, bro. He has to run. I never see him running at all. Like if you're not doing the road work, not like how are you gonna get fucking how you gonna have stamina? Like you can't
He's one of
like
these
you
that you know what it is, Viking. He's one of these guys that and I'm not saying like he's special. There are guys. There's a lot of guys like that. Maybe even some of you guys will like that. That you're really athletic in the sport, and you don't really work out like, let's say, run and shit like that. You're just really good at the sport. So he's one of these dudes that are blessed with physical talent. But what happens when you go in there against a boxer and a guy who's going to make you use all your muscles, and then you're not prepared for it, and that's what happened, which I saw that coming. I'm not saying like I'm special. I'm pretty sure everybody on the panel saw this beatdown coming sooner or later,
what
because
like do you what fight did you say would you say like before Fury that you saw like Wilder could kind of like okay this
yeah, the
motherfucker is
beating.
just yeah
I mean, early in his career, then when he beats Taverne, I was like, all right, maybe I'm underestimating him just a little bit. But then
yeah
with like Eric Molina, Duapas, Spielka, dude, he was
Fucking
getting tagged up.
Ortiz.
Yeah, Ortiz.
Ortiz.
Yep,
bro
Ortiz.
Brazil I was watching the Brazil fight and Brazil was tagging him like stunned him like twice
Yeah, the
before
problem
he
with Brazil was he stood there too long, bro. That's the problem. He stands right in front of you, so can't do that
and
against
he's
Wilder.
and he's tall as shit. Like he's like right there for Wilder's hand. He doesn't even have to like measure that shit. He just
Yeah,
like shoot it
he's just
straight
right,
down.
like you said. He's right there. He's just a big. He's just as tall as Wilder, so it's like he's just gotta throw the typical 1-2, and he knocks him out.
Bro, this motherfucker Wilder, bro, he's a freak, bro. If he had concentrated well, this motherfucker is a bro. He's
Oh
different,
no,
bro.
he's one hundred
Like
percent an amazing athlete. Like obviously he wasn't good enough for the basketball and stuff like that. But the fact that he's just like 6'7", hardly any body fat, and he's athletic, right? He's just a naturally strong athlete. He can do a lot of things. Boxing, for him, heavyweight boxing is probably not that much of in his mind, it's not that much of a stretch to get in there and beat dudes up because in a normal fight, he could probably beat up boxers because of his size, just his size alone, you know. So he's like,
yeah,
fuck it, let me get. But what happens when you go in there with this guy who's been boxing since he was 5?
yeah, that's
Different ballgame. That dude's gonna show you shit that you haven't seen.
especially if somebody like fast like Fury, it's like, bro, Fury mixes it up so fast. Like he'll jab and then he'll jab to the body, and then the next combo you think the same is coming, but then he'll feint jab, and then throw you something like throw you a hook. It's like he's so smart.
Yeah, yeah. Wilder, listen, Fury is a different animal. Like again, don't even look at the dude's body, and even when you do look at his body, like no homo, I'm not being a faggot or anything like that, but like the guy he is in shape for a fat guy. Like he's got the muscle tones. You can see that there's muscle there. Yeah. Is that the body that you want? Let's say compared to Wilder in terms of being an athlete. Yeah, I would probably pick Wilder, but that doesn't mean he's in boxing shape better than Fury. That's two
Did you
different things.
hey recognize? Do you see what Jet Kyle wrote?
Yeah. Yeah. My mate went and spent a week with Wilder in Alabama in his gym and hung out with him and his team to write a story on him for his website. He said Wilder doesn't do too much running from what he saw. Yeah, of course not.
I've
Yeah.
I've
Of
heard
course
that
not.
before. I've heard that before. Like he doesn't really even train the whole thing. He'll just come in, hit the bag, and he'll spar a little bit, and that's it. Like that's his only training.
See, people don't understand, and I'm gonna mention one person that he trained his row work, legs, everything, his whole core, because you generate your power from your core through your core
That's right.
in the ending of your
That's the
punch.
greatest power too. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. Not to cut you off, OG.
No, you good.
So I'm one of those dudes that's built, like I'm pretty tall, long torso, and proportion right. Like I got, just naturally legs that are fit my body. Nothing looks off, right? So I'm thinking like, yeah, because the leg thing is like I'm already, agile and shit like that. So all I need to do is just work on the upper body. Wasn't until I started working out on my core, my legs, especially the legs.
Yep.
The difference of power is just and it just comes natural to you, right? Like people say, well, how is that going to translate? Well, when you're constantly tensing your stomach, okay, imagine throwing a punch where you're constantly tensing your stomach. That it comes out way more explosive. So you can come forward, right, with your front foot, forward, boom. You're doing it with your core. You can also go backwards, right? Backwards, counter, and you're doing it with your stomach. You're doing it on your core. So you're gonna have that same effect. That's the key of working out your legs, which automatically works out the core of your body, your stomach.
Yep. Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Mike
Mike
Tyson
Tyson.
went backwards, but I'm sure if he had to, he
No, I'm
just
saying in his infancy, that's all he did was core.
core.
He did
That's right.
core. He did legs. They said he was a beast with fucking leg press and shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, his legs were like fucking huge. They were like pillars.
It's
Look at
like
look at
his
baseball players.
gluteus maximus, no homo. That motherfucker gluteus maximus of his was proportionate to his
Hey, come on, man!
structure.
Stop!
No, I'm
Hey,
saying
there's no way you can make that sound okay, G Boogie. There's no way you can
whatever,
make that sound
whatever.
okay.
I love, like I said, no homo. And if motherfuckers want to take it
Exactly.
like
Once you
that,
say
fuck
no
that
homo,
shit.
it's a
He
wrap.
said a scientific name.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, man. Look, dude, when you generating a punch, when you throwing a full blast punch to anything, to a heavy bag, whatever, you throwing a full blast punch. You're torquing your foot first.
Yep.
From your foot, you generating from the torque into your hip, from the hip to your shoulder, out through your lats, and into the twist at the end of your punch. All that shit is coming from core, straight up from the leg all the way up, and your
That is
ass
true.
got to help in there too, because
Yeah, of course, because it all works. It's all connected.
yeah,
It's
a
like it's
Muay
all
Thai
yeah.
fighter. This is what a picture a Muay Thai fighter when he goes in to throw that shin kick, no matter what position, head, body, doesn't matter. He's gonna turn like picture a batter when he's swinging the bat to hit that home run. He's turning his body, his lower portion first. His hip rotates, and his whole body comes to the extension at the point of contact. That's just like a Muay Thai fighter.
Yep.
They throw their
Look at
legs like
look
a
at
fucking bat.
look at baseball. These big home run hitters. Look at the size of their legs, bro. The thighs, bro. They do it. It's just like it's like a natural motion. When they hit that ball, and it doesn't look much like of a swing. That ball it just explodes, bro. It's like it's out of here, and you'll realize they
Shout
get
out to all the Dominicans.
the
I'm just
Dominican
kidding.
players. Yup, the Dominican players.
Dominicano.
Just baseball players in general. Look at Mike Trout. Go look at that. Go look at that dude. Not only that he's big upper body, the dude, he's the tank of baseball. He's fucking 235 pounds, 6'2", and dude, he could run like a speeding bullet. He's a monster. So the same approach that he has for when he's at bat. He uses all of his body, and when he hits that ball, he's hitting fucking shots like a guy who's 6'5", 250. You know?
Yeah.
Shit. Look at another fucking monster, Bo Jackson, when he was in his
Bo
prime.
Jackson, that's another dude, man. Yeah.
And had the athleticism.
You ever see Tank? Tank has this workout regimen that he does. I like it because I used to do it. So you run up these stairs, right? And it's like a spiral stairs. So what he wants to do is start from the bottom, all the way from the bottom, and get there in 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds. So he does that. What he's doing is he's working out his core because he's going up on a spiral. He's working on his core, and that's where he gets his explosiveness. That's where he gets that explosion from a punch. That's why he could do. And I know people say, "Oh, that's not really nothing," but you try it. Try having a fight for 10 rounds and then do a backflip. You know what I'm saying? Just go
That
out there
was
and do a
crazy.
backflip. Yeah, because he's a phenomenal athlete that works out all his body. That doesn't mean he's the greatest boxer. It's just that he's a phenomenal athlete. You can't put him in there with a fucking regular man. He'll beat the shit out of that regular man.
Yep.
Do you guys think that do you guys think that there's any trainer that if Wilder had like gone in early at that they could
Manuel
change the way
Stewart. Manuel
Manuel
Stewart.
Stewart?
Manuel Stewart would have made him a legend.
Oh
You
man,
think
look
so?
at what he did for fucking Klitschko, man.
Yeah.
Jab, right cross. That's it. Jab, right cross. You know, and
Oh,
Klitschko was a physical specimen too. He had
yeah.
legs, fucking, you know.
Right.
Imagine if Wilder would have been working with Emmanuel Stewart when he turned pro, bro. That dude will be fucking a heavyweight Tommy Hearns, prime Tommy Hearns.
What do you think? What do you guys think? Like Wilder, like if he changed, like maybe like one or two things that would make Wilder like unbeatable.
Well,
I don't know. No one's unbeatable.
no one's unbeatable. What you want to do is make yourself a nightmare for every fighter. So you use your best attributes and then you use that. So if you're a short guy fighting a tall guy, you want to be something like Lomachenko, where you give all these angles and you can wear your guy out with speed and precision power, right? Like accurate power. If you're a guy like Wilder, oh, your jab's got to be a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? You got to make that fucking jab. Because remember, these guys could adapt to your jab. Sometimes we look at a jab like, how do you stop that? No, there's guys that could. They can make an adjustment and punch, catch your jab and punch over your jab and then start giving you different looks. And like sometimes I could see myself doing that, but actually doing it is two different things, right? But these guys are perfect. They're prepared to do that shit. So that's you use your attributes, bro. You're 6'7", 230. Yeah, you should have a nice jab, a nice stiff jab, and you should have decent movement, bro. You should have movement that confuses your fighters, especially at this heavyweight class of today, where guys are like, 240, 250. He's 230. Should have speed advantage over these guys.
Yeah. He's pretty fast at slinging that right hand. That's about it, though.
Like, look, take Usyk, right? What's Usyk's key to being a successful heavyweight? I'll let you guys answer that. What would be his key?
I think his key is his head movement,
Right.
his footwork. I mean his legs. His legs. He just like dances around and around and around. And I think his confidence too.
So you would say overall speed, right? Give them something that they're not used to seeing being big heavyweights and fighting other big heavyweights. So that would be the key for him. He has to wear those guys out. So that's his best attribute. Now, when he was fighting at cruiserweight, guys more his size, or he's going to be even at times bigger than these guys, he can switch it up, right? He could be the speed guy, catch them with sneaky shots, and next thing you know, he's stopping them, or he's stopping them like Marco Huck, or he's knocking them out like he did with Bellew, or he's outboxing the shit out of you like he did to Bradis. You know what I'm saying? So where he's making Bradis respect his power too. It's like, okay, I could catch you with a sneaky shot. Not a straight up shot, but a sneaky shot. And next thing you know, if I keep catching you with that, you're not going 12 rounds. You're getting stopped late. So he can mix it up. And in the heavyweight division, his key has to be he has to overload these guys' brains and their condition with speed, timing, sneaky shots, all that stuff.
Yeah. I like that like little feint he does, like, but that's I think that's about the only thing that I really like. Like,
Yeah,
if
his
he
feints,
can
right?
catch like Fury with, like, let's say he feints, like, and Fury feints all the time. So like if Wilder feints first and then Fury bites it with his feint and then Wilder throws that right hand, I think it could be dangerous.
Look, if Emmanuel Stewart was alive right now, this is what he'll tell Wilder.
Oh, we'll get a copy strike.
You got to punch. You can't win because you won't let the punches go. You go book and then you jump back and you jump back. Let the shots go. You got a big man. You gotta punch. You got to let punches go.
That's what he'll say to him.
I remember on one of those fights he told Klitschko, he got in front of Klitschko right in front of his face as soon as he came into the corner, and he said, "We gotta take it to the streets." Oh no, it was to Lennox. We gotta take this to the streets. You understand me? You gotta fight him. Stop boxing him. Lennox is like, "What street?" Lennox is like,
I would have told Lennox, "You got to take this shit to Kingston, son."
you're right. Or to Canada, or to Britain, where the fuck you're from. You're from all over the place.
Like, listen, I know you forgot your roots, but I'm telling you to take this back to Kingston, Jamaica, motherfucker.
Lord
Yeah.
have
Fight this
mercy.
dude.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Bro. Emmanuel Stewart, bro. He was intense in the corner.
Be like this to Lennox Lewis. You pussy boy. What's wrong with you, you pussy wood boy? You're letting a man beat you like a damn rag doll, you bumperclad.
And Lennox Lewis is looking at him and saying, "I didn't know you were fucking Jamaican."
Fucking Calvin Tank's coach is undefeated though. Take this to the penitentiary. When I say penitentiary, shank him to the body. You remember that?
Yeah, Tank's coach is the guy apparently that they played the character Cuddy.
The what?
Cuddy?
You remember The Wire? Remember The Wire, the HBO series?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember the character Cuddy that he must open up a boxing gym.
Yeah.
He got the money from one of the big timers there. I forget his name, but supposedly that's the character's based on him. Now, whether or not he got shot and all that stuff, I don't know. But yeah, that's the character that Tank's manager. The character of that movie is based on him.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yep.
I did know he was saying something about like him going to jail. I remember seeing it somewhere, but like many times. But that's about it. All I can remember.
Yep. Did like
Gonzalo!
15 years. You could tell Tank was good. Oh, Gonzalo. Lorito.
Hey, what's up? How's it going,
What's up, brother?
everybody? I just got back from
Doing good, man.
immigration.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, doing all right.
Oh, you had to do
Go
that?
get some
Something?
groceries later.
Okay.
Yeah. Immigration every 2 months. I applied
What?
for my spousal visa, but since it's the COVID, the lady that I was supposed to interview after I paid the cash like last year and submitted all the paperwork, she got put into quarantine. So I couldn't get the interview. So I had to extend on the regular like I was doing before I applied for the visa.
You
I've
should
been
have
here
gave
over
them.
3 years.
You would have
But
gave them a
yeah,
hundred spot. They would have went. Okay, we'll expedite it.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure
So
like some
I'm
countries do
here.
that
I'm
easy.
just kicking back. Gotta go get some oxygen at 5 p.m. for the baby,
How's
and
Mateo, man?
that's
How's
it.
he doing?
Chilling. He's all right. He's all right. He's right
Oh,
there.
that's
I'm gonna put the camera on. Fuck it.
that's good to hear.
G Boogie saw him today.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's right there.
Can't see him.
Let me see. Kicking back there.
He's sleeping. Hey,
No, he's up.
Poppy.
He's up.
Hey, Poppy.
Mateo.
Hey, what's up, Poppy?
He's getting big, man. You can tell. He's getting
The
bigger,
cables
man.
on this. Yep.
How old is he now?
Puppy. Smiley.
Yay, smiling.
Yeah.
Smile.
Una
Smile.
guía, una guía, una guía. Hee. Oh, yeah.
He's 4 months.
Uh-oh.
God bless
Yeah, he
him,
got
brother.
back. They got
Sure,
bad
man.
connection over there, bro.
Thank you, Mendoza. Thank you, my man. Mendoza.
Mendoza,
Oh, yeah.
mi,
Let me
mi
put this up if I
Pinoy.
can.
Yeah.
You guys,
She's 4 months.
He's 4 months. Okay. Wow, that goes fast, bro.
Man, I remember you
Yeah,
recognized when
time
you
flies.
was
Time
22.
flies, doesn't it?
You're
Say
recognized?
again now. No,
I
what you
remember
said.
you when you was 22.
Yo, I'm sure me and you met before. I'm pretty sure, man. I know
Probably,
we have.
man. Hey, I don't know. In the streets of New York, shit, anything's possible.
Especially that I used to be around there. I have family in the same area you grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to live in. I told you I lived in East Flatbush for like 2 years.
Yeah, that was the shit back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Mm-hmm. I lived in the
Yeah, but that is
early to
true.
mid 90s.
I lived
What?
in
One
East
day you're
Flat.
20, and the next day, then
Oh
the
yeah,
next day, one day you're 20, then the next day you're 45, 50, like that. Damn.
True,
Diablo.
man. It's so true, man. Yep, it's so true, man. It just blink of an eye. Sometimes I reminisce about those young days, and I just laugh. I'll be like, wow, I was really like that.
Freaked
Where you
out
from,
when I
Viking?
hear about somebody that I know.
Passed away and shit. Yep.
Viking, where you from?
Yep.
Viking, where you from?
From New York.
Oh shit! All right, cool, man.
But I'm
I
like
thought
not
you had
all
like
the way.
a New York accent.
I've been here in New York for like 10 years, since my 20s, basically. I was 20.
Dominicano.
And yeah, you could
Where do
say
you?
that. I don't want to say, but
Yeah.
but I was 20 when I got here, so I came straight to New York. So I didn't
Okay,
know
all right.
anybody. So now it's just like I'm just from here now.
Yeah,
What's
it's
up, man?
everywhere, man. Life, you make life what you make it anywhere. You
We
can
got
make it in
we
New
got
York. You
Durden.
can make it anywhere.
We got Durden
Yeah.
from California. We got Viking from New York. OG from New York. I'm from New York.
Wait,
Gonzalo's from
Tijuana.
Mexico, Tijuana, and California.
hey,
Yeah.
Tijuana is where
I was
what?
born in San Diego.
Oh,
San
San
Diego.
Diego.
Yep.
I was born in San Diego. I grew up in Tijuana, and I grew up in San Diego. I guess. Being in the military, many states I've traveled, so I've been
Yeah,
around the
yeah,
United States as well.
Oh, you were in the military. Oh, okay.
yeah. He's a 2-time Purple
So
Heart winner.
you're all around, man.
You guys are talking
From
about East
everywhere.
Flatbush.
Yeah, I'm all around. I'm all around.
Now he's in the
Yeah, I used to live
Philippines.
there.
I lived in East Flatbush like 10 years ago. Like not East Flatbush, but like near Cortelli Road, Beverly Road. You remember that?
Yeah, Beverly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's going into East Flatbush, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually born right near. I'm not gonna say which hospital. Is off of Clarkson. How about that?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Clarkston.
the oldest hospital in New York.
Oh, wow.
That's not Kings County, right? Kings County is more.
I think it's still Kings County.
That's not Kings County, right?
Yeah, that is Kings County.
That is, yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how you guys remember, but when I remembered, it was like it was still like the neighborhood feel, but it's still like a lot of like they were like the bars and all that stuff, like the white bars. I don't want to say white bar, like I don't want to make it racial, but like the hipsters bars had just
Yeah.
started coming, so there were like one or two in the neighborhood, and everything else was just like regular stuff. But now
Yeah,
it's different.
when I was over there, late '60s, early '70s, and stuff. Yeah, it was fun because you had diversity. You had the Muslims, you had or should I say the Pakistanis, you had the Jewish people, you had the Italians. In this corner over there, Prospect, on the other side of Prospect Park. Then around the corner, you had the Jews. Then you had the blacks. Like the building that I was raised was. We had two black families that I still I put it this way, the kids that used to live there, they basically cousins of mine, you could say, because they used to be down with the family, and then like the whole building, my mom was the landlord, the superintendent there. Her and my dad was, and the owner of the place, he's probably passed away, but we had good relationship with them. They was Jewish, the Baronas, and then that's when we wind up moving and going to Fairfield Towers. Went to East New York, and it like that's the border of East New York and Queens, like where I think where fucking Cozine is, like Cozine Ave, where Pink Houses is at, and then you cross the street, Linden Boulevard. Then to the right is 150th North Conduit, where that thing happened in '88, where that guy got hit in the highway. 80 something, 80, or is it? Yeah, it was 88. The guy got hit. Yeah, when the guy was chased by the Italian guys, got hit in fucking in the highway and shit. You had Ozone Park down the street.
Yeah, South Ozone, Park, Howard Beach, right next to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the chains?
The who?
The change in New York.
Oh, the
I heard.
change. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like now. You mean the change like since 2020,
No,
or
I mean
like
like
overall?
like the
I,
neighborhood from back in the
I
day to
hear it's
now.
more gentrified now.
Yes, even East New York got gentrified, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they pushed out, the lower income people out, put them somewhere else, because they couldn't afford it. Like my aunt used to own a building that she bought for $1 over there, and she
Oh
wound up
wow.
making. Yeah, she bought it for $1. That they had that program like they got in Europe, by the condemned buildings or whatever for $1, and she wound up fixing up the whole building, made it into like a 8 bedroom. I mean, eight
When she
apartment.
when she got it.
Oh shit, man! This was back in fucking 82.
Yeah, you could still do that back then.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was right off on Belmont.
All all I needed was $100.
Bro, yo, she sold that thing for when she sold it. I think she sold it for like a mill.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
absolutely. What up, boxing junkie?
Chilling.
But what's
What's
up,
up?
dude?
What's going on, my brother? I haven't seen you in a long time, man.
Yeah, man. Just had to get away from that shit.
I hear you,
People
man.
pissing me off.
All right, I hear that, man. I
What's the
definitely hear that.
subject tonight, gentlemen?
Well, we were talking boxing. We were talking everything. Oh, I think I think that might get my street for trafficking.
What's that?
What you had up there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go. Now we were just talking boxing, man. We talking about whatever, whatever anybody wants to talk about, bro.
All right. There's 3 grams of quinine and mannitol for every 1 gram of heroin normally.
Oh my
I
god.
was throwing 10 grams of cut on this shit and dropping people dead.
What you thought about your boy from B-More on
Huh?
Saturday night? What did you think about your boy from B-More?
Oh, I done got into it with Jay Cott over that shit. That the fight
Oh,
was rigged or saying. I mean, he's learning, you know? And he put it on him towards the end, you know?
yeah. Yeah,
That
I
shit.
think Tank is good. I think he's good, man.
He
Tank is
was getting,
good, bro.
that fucking guy was getting hurt bad, man. Jay's
Yeah.
like, oh, you gotta calm down, the Cabbage Patch Kid and all that shit. Starts naming belts. I don't give a fuck about them trinkets. They giving them bitches away. Them belts don't mean shit. I want to see a good fight, you know?
Yeah, I just want to see him fight better competition. I think he does good against these
Bro,
guys.
I think he could hurt Loma, man.
He knocked Loma out. Look, Loma threw what? Not even a punch that whole fucking fight with Tima.
The first 6 rounds.
That motherfucker needs to get his teeth fixed.
It was the first 8 rounds, but then it was like more like first 7, but like still for 7 rounds, Loma was just scared of like
do that
Tio's
shit with
power.
Tank, see what happens.
Yeah, Tank don't give a shit, bro. Tank is coming out there with like no defense, with his chin up in the air.
Yeah.
I ain't lie to you, bitch. Gave me $70 worth of crack yesterday, whore.
Jesus.
Oh Lord.
Boxing Chucky's crazy, man.
Recognize who you
Tank is really good.
Yeah.
It's that Baltimore life.
He beats Devin Haney, but I don't think he beats Lomachenko. We saw how Tank Davis struggled with Yuriorkis
No, I don't
Gamboa
think
on
he'll
one
beat.
leg, man.
Yeah, I don't think he beats
Nah.
Lomachenko. Not right
No.
now. But give him a shot against Haney. I pick him to beat Haney. I pick him to beat Ryan Garcia. I think he wins those fights.
All you got it. Devin Haney got pieced up with the 1-2 combo like in the 10th round, and Linares he pieced him up, but he couldn't follow up. If Tank Davis lands on him like Linares did, Devin Haney could be winning the fight. But if Tank Davis lands, he's gonna follow up on that. He's gonna do what Linares couldn't do because he's a younger man.
Yeah.
So yeah, Devin Haney would probably be outboxing him, but in the end of the day, Tank Davis would catch up to his ass.
Yeah, and then I agree with you because I don't think that fucking Linares jumped Haney after Haney got hurt. He was just like letting him get like clinched and stuff like that. I think Tank would if Haney's hurt like that, no, Tank is gonna finish him.
Yeah. The only way I see
Yeah, he was clenching. He was mhm.
only way I see Haney
Go ahead.
beating Tank is if he just stay boxing. Stay boxing. Don't try to power shot. Don't do that. And if he boxes and times Tank jumping in, yeah, okay. You depends on how much power and if Tank can take it. If he breaks down, but I don't think he has enough power to do that to Tank. I think he needs to just box him and stay away from him. But
Yeah, you
could
got to
he?
like kind of frustrate him throughout the fight
Yeah,
and just beat him with his height, long range boxing, man. Because
yeah. Outpoint him basically. Just outpoint him. Don't try to go in there and thinking you don't got enough power.
but he better work on that power game because you know how
Well,
that
that's a
is
good
when
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
I
kind of
think
take that back now that you said that, G Boogie, because yeah, I gotta delete. When he fought Linares, he tried to prove a point. He tried to make it exciting. That's why the fight was entertaining, and he got caught. But if he fights on the back foot, one shot at a time, he might have a chance to stay away from Tank Davis. But he might not get the credit.
Yeah, I think in that fight with Linares, you saw on the 10th round when Linares caught him, he turned around and smiled at him and was like, "Man, you don't know. If I wanted to, I'll take you out." I think Linares just took that payday and just said, "Fuck it." You know what I mean?
yeah.
Well, Linares is in a situation where he's got to take these opportunities,
Yeah.
you know. And so he just saw this as an opportunity. Let me see what happens in this fight. Came up short. He probably knew that the only way I could beat this dude is by knocking him out. And there's a good shot I won't do that. You know.
If
You
he
guys
would have
saw,
pushed,
yeah.
if he would
Good.
have pushed the action earlier, he could have got him out of there. If Linares really wanted to push the action and really wanted to cause waves, I think he could have got him out of there. And especially, a couple of times it was like 3 times I saw him rock Haney, and he didn't really put full blast in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He didn't jump him at all.
Like intentionally wanting to, like, yo, I'm gonna destroy you. Check this out. You know what I mean? It was more like he was, okay, kid.
Did you guys see the Inoue fight?
Inui?
Yeah,
Nah, I didn't get to see that shit.
I saw it, man.
Yo, that kid is fucking dangerous, bro.
Dude, I don't think I've ever seen a guy just drop a dude multiple times with all body shots.
Bro, he
Dude,
knocked him out. Like,
that fucking Inui, that motherfucker got power, and he comes to, like, you could see how super aggressive he is when he's intentionally gonna fucking throw his punches and with bad intentions to you. He intentionally, like, you could see it, man. It's like, try to rewind his fight and put that shit in slow mo when he's about to knock him out. You know he's gonna knock him out. Look at how intentional he approaches the person.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he knows he got him. He's like, I'm gonna continue doing the same thing that put him in this situation.
Yeah.
Bro, he kind of reminds me like Charlo. Like you know how like he throws everything with bad intention that he lands all of them. He's so accurate.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
the way he's Jay Perez is right.
The
Tank
way he
Davis.
sets up these body shots are putting his weight into it. Pretty funny to watch. Yep. Especially that leaping left
Who, Tank
hook to the
Davis?
body. No, Inoue, the Japanese kid,
Oh
the
yeah,
monster, the monster.
he's yeah, that's
I give him all respect, especially with a fucking broken orbital bone, broken nose. And he stood up to fucking Donaire. He said, "Fuck this! I'm gonna get you out of here. Take this body shot." Bow.
Yeah. And Donaire was fucking around like he still had it. No, bro. Like it's different. When you're that young and when you have power like that, you can't stand up to stuff like that. Donaire, I feel like should have been counted out. Like he was just off the 10 count and still like wobbling around. Like, but then the ref was, I don't know.
Nah,
Whatever.
that shit was so funny when he fucking took the shot and Donaire went to like, and then he go, whoa, whoa, what the fuck? Oh. That motherfucker was like, oh shit, I got shot.
He started walking around looking for something.
He could catch that breath, bro. That shit took the. I mean, yo, if he had ate something that night before the fight, yeah, he would have been shitting that shit out.
Yeah, shit in
I,
blood.
I remember that guy Provodnikov and Bradley fight. You guys remember that bloody ass fight?
Oh my god, man, yo, when he had,
Provodnikov posted a picture later on Twitter of like doing the urine test after the fight, and he was black.
Yeah,
damn,
The whole tube was black. Both of their urine, like that's
that was
you
blood.
piss. Yeah, you
That was,
piss blood afterwards.
yeah, you
bro,
did.
that fight, man, yo, when Bradley, if Provodnikov, when he pieced him and he caught him to the back, when Bradley stepped back and he was basically fighting unconscious, and Provodnikov would have like stop and watch and then time him. Oh my god, that shit would have been devastating, man. That was a fucking fight, bro. And Bradley wanted to prove something. He even said it on that fight. I wanted to prove something. My trainer kept on telling me, box him. And I'm like, nah, I'm coming to fight. And then he boxed him a little bit, and then he fought him again at the last round and shit.
Timothy Bradley had that warrior in him, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
crazy heart. This kid, like, just
Look
not
at the
going
fights with
down at
Pacquiao.
all.
Look at the fights with Pacquiao that he had, dude. Like, okay, in the last fight, he got dropped something like 3 times or something like that.
Yeah.
But
3 or 4 times, some shit like that.
But it was like, I'm still gonna keep fighting this dude. Like there was no, I'm still gonna keep fighting.
Yo, he got heart, bro. That dude. Ever since I saw him coming up the ranks, when he was he called himself Two Gun Bradley or something like that. He wore those camouflage things.
Yeah.
Desert Storm.
Yeah, the Desert Storm. He called himself Desert Storm Bradley. He called himself, I was like, yo, this dude is.
He's fighting Junior Waiter, Kendall Holt.
Lamont
Peterson, all those guys on the come up.
Yeah,
he only lost to Pacquiao.
Huh?
Yeah.
Lamont Peterson.
He only lost to Pacquiao.
Yeah. He only lost 2 fights to Pacquiao. He had a good resume coming into the welterweight division.
Yeah, and I feel like he beat Marquez better than Pacquiao did.
Yeah.
You
could say that.
Yeah.
You could say that.
Better than fucking weight gain, drawn, bringing up fucking Marquez Floyd Mayweather punk ass.
Timothy Bradley was a stand-up dude as a fighter, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
he's good. He's a good broadcaster too. Sometimes he could be a little bit biased, but hey, fuck it, you know,
Yeah.
getting paid.
Yeah,
But he
he
was
even
definitely
said
as
it,
a
man.
fighter, man. I liked him as a
He's a
fighter, bro.
nice guy.
He said, man, that Provodnikov, he said, I had flashback. I couldn't even talk right for like 3 months.
Damn, damn. And then to say, you know what, I'm still gonna fight some more.
Yeah.
That's what these guys are made of, man. Yeah, a lot of money comes into it, but
Bro, guys
money,
like Pacquiao, imagine getting that hit that much, and like this guy shows no sign of like any kind of permanent damage or none of that. Like he's recovered from all those getting knocked the fuck out like that and still coming back. Like
But he was smart enough to leave at that.
Yeah.
He knew he was what, only 32 when he retired. He was like 32 when he retired, didn't he?
30,
Timothy Bradley, oh
yeah.
yeah, he's
Timothy
young,
Bradley
right?
was like
He's still a young man.
33, 32.
Yeah.
He made
Yeah,
because he made his money, and he wasn't gonna play that stupid game of like, you know, I have to like sign my life away, sign these papers just for a fucking fight. Like that wasn't gonna be his thing.
Yeah, but he was smart. He kept the managerial was his wife.
Yeah,
didn't he kick out his trainer on the last big payday?
Yeah.
Yo, he's smart.
It
What do
was
you do?
what's his name?
Well, Diaz.
Yeah, Joel Diaz.
Well,
Hey, can
Diaz.
y'all hear me?
Yeah, Boxy Jerky. Just
We can
don't
see
show
you
that.
too.
Yeah, don't show.
Huh?
You can
I don't
turn
want.
off that camera.
Yeah, just turn the camera off so that way you don't have any of that stuff showing.
Oh shit, my bad.
Oh yeah,
Talcum
you don't.
powder.
He
Look
doesn't
good now?
realize it's.
You're showing your talcum powder.
Yeah, you're showing your baby powder.
That's medicine for Baltimore City. Hey, Sandy
Don't do that. This is gonna be recorded.
This is gonna be recorded. Yeah, I don't want. I
Sandy
don't.
Walden. Bitch
Tell
ass
them you
motherfucker.
say you're from Georgia.
Say
El,
Hey, look,
El
about Tank,
Segundo.
right?
You in El Segundo.
just say you're on the audition for the new Breaking Bad.
Yeah, there
It's
you
not
go.
real.
Man, I had the worst night ever. Well, not ever. I crashed my Maxima, right?
Yeah. How?
Go to get a Lexus LS 250. Insurance company's like, that would be $950 a month.
Damn.
I said, I ain't buying a Ferrari F50. A Lexus LS. $950 a month.
That's wild.
$950 a month? Fuck out of here.
$950 a month.
Yeah. That's a lot of dough. Not me.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
luckily the title wasn't filled out yet. So I said, fuck that, and got an Avalon.
Yeah, that's a lot of 8-ball.
They're basically the same thing anyways. And Jay Cotto, if you're listening, I don't get emotional over boxing and shit like you do. And you're fucking Proud Boys with your little Donald Trump shit.
Wait, you talk about Jay Cotto? The
Yeah, you said I
dude-
got all emotional about Gervonta Davis. Like he pays my fucking bills.
But he's your hometown fighter, right?
Huh?
He's your hometown fighter. I don't blame you for liking him.
Yeah, I mean, but if he's going to do some bitch shit, I'll call him out for it. Dude's learning, you know? He's younger than all them boys fighting. I mean, that Earl Spence, Charlos, and all that, you know?
Yeah,
In
he's
a
younger
new
than
weight
him.
class.
Yeah, he's gonna be a star.
Beat Gamboa. And he got shit for that. You know, Gamboa was old. He should have knocked him out. Fucking took Leo Santa Cruz and almost decapitated that motherfucker.
But Leo
Jay
don't got
Cutler's
no
like, what
punching
titles
power.
you own? Hey, man, fucking titles are bullshit. I could get one if I wanted to.
I think Leo is also like a 130 pounder, isn't he?
Yeah, he was 130. He moved up from
20.
126, and then he moved up to 130 to fight Tank.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Because
But Leo never. He was outboxing Tank, but he didn't have the power to keep Tank decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and he was doing the same move over and over because it's not like the first uppercut Tank was looking for it. Tank had
Yeah.
already landed like 3 uppercuts before that, and then Leo still couldn't adjust because he's like just keep throwing the same punch. Tank is looking for it underneath, and it's like that was just like coming.
Who's got that scratch in their mic?
This is a real education,
Not
man.
me.
Yeah, I think Tank just needs to fight better competition. That's all, and he'll be good. Like, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't I give him a chance against someone like Haney or Ryan Garcia? I don't see what's so big about them that I'm going into that fight saying, nah, Tank doesn't have a shot of winning. He has a really good shot of winning because I think he has the better shot because of his power.
Yeah.
He'll get hit by those guys for sure. They'll hit him.
And
But
he has a different kind of power. He has like a
She's like,
I feel
like-
already broken.
your mic
he's
is
also
bad.
he's also got a good chin.
yeah, he has a really good chin
He's
too.
also got a good chin because he has no neck. He has no neck.
I want to
Still-
see him hold a punch
Yes.
from a puncher. Then that's when I can actually
Right. I want to see him get
deliberate.
hit by a big puncher.
Yeah.
See what
And
happens.
see if he can withstand that puncher's punch. You know what I mean?
See, because what's going to end up happening if he fights, like right now, if he was to fight Lomachenko will pick him apart in the sense of like not straight just beat him up and knock him out. He'll do something like what Evander Holyfield did to Mike Tyson, where he'll just frustrate him, give him different looks, always in his face with big shots, and eventually tire him out. You see, that's a different type of experience, different type of skill set. But with the younger fighters, come on, bro. I think he still has what it takes. I'm talking about Tank to overwhelm these guys.
Yeah.
I think he can overwhelm them.
Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, I was
Catch
not
you guys
like.
later.
All right, Gonzalo.
All right, Gonzalo, peace, my brother.
Later, Gonzalo.
I'm gonna stay on
'Cause
for
I-
another 20 minutes.
Later. I
Yeah,
sent
I
you those
think I'm-
pictures, G Boogie.
Yes, sir. I'm
Peace.
still waiting for a reply. Not from you. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Peace.
Peace,
All
my
right, brother.
Peace.
I'm gonna stay on for like another 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to lay it down, bruh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
bro.
too.
I have my intervention moment that I just visually saw.
Shit, I felt like we were doing an interaction like this back in the days and shit.
yo, I had flashbacks, son. But when you call it like Vin Diesel punk ass said, we move metric tons. Yeah. Oh, this was very educational. Say no to drugs.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Yeah, I think one of the things I think you remember you saw the recent the Danny Garcia interview where he said like Matisse was the most hard hitting puncher he ever faced because like when Matisse hit every time it would take like some time to recover from the fucking
Yeah.
like your head just going bouncing. And I feel like Tank has that kind of power.
It's
Like
training.
Barrios just like kind of slowed down his aggression right away. Cause I feel like Barrios was like every time Tank would hit him, Barrios was just like recovering from that shit. Like recovering his like, like head probably is dizzy. And he's like Tank has that kind of concussive power, I feel like.
Dude, if Barrios would have kept him at the edge, that's what. Even though I don't like the Silent Whisperer, um, Virgil Hunter, he was telling him the truth. He was like, keep him in the end of your punch. Every time he comes in, hit him, and then move and hit him. Keep that jab out there. And he just stopped. He just got the deer in the headlights, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did hear Virgil say something like that. He was saying like, don't fight him on the inside, keep him at the end of your punch. Like just fight him on the outside. Every time he moves back, just punch him, punch him, punch him.
That's the blueprint to beat Tank. If you're not a devastating puncher, keep him in the end of your punch. And every time he comes in, since he's short, he comes in, hit him with a jab. Keep hitting him with a jab. Keep hitting him with a jab.
Yep.
Every now and
Yeah.
then throw a 1-2, but don't back up. That's what he wants you to do. He wants to impose his will, his strength on you. You know what I mean? With another fighter that has as good of a hard punch as Tank and is taller, yeah, it's going to be a different story.
Yep.
That's when he's going to start learning how to box.
What do you think about like Tank versus Mikey?
Mm. I still give Mikey a good chance because he knows how to.
Yeah.
He knows how to he knows how to time his. He could time a fighter like him, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, Mikey got a good 1-2-3.
Yep.
And
that could be problems.
Yeah.
That could be problems for him.
And Mikey's still young himself. He's like what, 30?
Yeah.
You could get up for that fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And beat him. I could see Tank outworking him.
Mikey's fucking got power too.
Yeah, he's got 30 power too, And he could take a shot.
Yeah, he could take a shot too. I don't know. I think Tank is good. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what. I mean, I want to see him fight like somebody, like you guys said, like somebody that can punch. I want to see him take a punch.
Probably does. I probably agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Mikey in 2018 would have beaten Teofimo. Yeah. It's good. He would have probably beat him. He would have had a good shot of doing it at least.
Some people, Tio is younger than Tank. Tank is what, 27, 26?
Yeah.
Tio is only 23. And some people go off of the sparring session that they had with Tio and Tank, but Tio was 14 at that time.
Yeah, Tank was 18.
Yeah.
18 or 16, something like that.
Yeah, I really like Tio. I think he's one of my favorite new fighters. Tio, Benavidez, like those are the kind of guys I like right now. Canelo, of course.
I'm more of who can I say? I like underdogs. I like people that even though they're not as skilled as their opponent, but don't give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And try to stay in his lane with what he knows to gain the advantage. You know what I mean? That's the type of fighter I like. But if you're skilled and you got power and you got skill and you can fucking show it. Now imagine because I don't think Lomachenko is a one punch knockout. He's a cumulative fighter, puncher.
Yeah.
And if he had imagine this, if Tank Davis had Lomachenko's side to side movement, his thing, and had Tank power, that would be a deadly. That would be a little a real clone of Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tank fights like a bootleg Canelo. He's really good.
he could learn from Canelo, like with the
Yeah,
with
he
Yeah.
the
could.
feints, with the feints and shit like that. He could. You know, I would, if I was him, I'll reach out to him and be like, "Yo, listen, man.
He's already wearing the
I'm
gloves.
not asking you to train me. I'm just want to do like a session. Maybe go to your gym."
You know who? And I give this. I'm telling you, Canelo now, his plotting. I'm telling you, he learned that shit from the fights with Golovkin, man. If you
Of
look
course
at
he did.
how he
Like
plots now,
like
he's
Jimmy said, man. Steel. What is it? Steel sharpens steels.
yeah, steel sharpens
Dude,
steel, man.
yeah, it's true, bro. When you fight a really good fighter, I mean, if you have a brain, you're gonna learn from that person. If
Yeah.
you have a boxing brain and an IQ, you're gonna be like, I could learn some things from this guy. You know.
Yeah, and fucking Canelo's got a vocabulary of like his own punches, bro. Like he's like when he does that, like he's swinging to like for the hook, but then he throws it under like an uppercut.
Well, the reason why he could do that with those guys is these guys are frozen when he's
Yeah.
coming forward. Now,
Yep.
against a guy who's active, you're gonna have problems with that. You can catch him here and there, maybe, but you're gonna have problems with that because they're not giving you that chance to think. You know,
I'll tell you who a good with the power that Tank have. If he was to learn from
if there was a fight.
a Triple G, young Triple G, if you look at Triple G's footwork, his placements, his punching, and how he utilized his power at the right moments, that'll be a fucking that'll be a hellacious fucking use some of Canelo's body shots and some of Triple G's movement and how he blocks when he throws his jab and he blocks at the same time with the right hand. And then, Tank could learn some of that, like as he's throwing his jab, if he's short and he can't reach his opponent, so the opponent won't come over the top with it. He'll throw out that his left as a blocker.
Yeah. Triple G could fight, man. Triple G never wasted any energy. Like he every time he threw, he wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
Dude, go look at some of his fights coming up. That dude's footwork, bro. They say, oh, he ain't got no movement, no this and no. Man, he made Canelo barely fucking miss him. If you look at the first fight, he was like, oh shit. They say he don't got no head movement, bro. Look at his fight, bro. Like, really look at the fight, and you'll be like, he's just Canelo missing like by inches. And you like, get the fuck out of this mother. Yeah, he caught him a couple of times with those uppercuts. Yeah, because he got caught. Canelo's that good.
Yeah. Absolutely, my brother. Anyway, man, I'm gonna end it, man. It was a pleasure talking boxing with you guys. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody that came on. Let me see. Salute to Chris Court, the boxing junkie. Don't worry about it, my brother. It's all good. He said I just sent my girl to get a tablet for 2 pills, and it's Baltimore City. I can't hear my phone, but it'd be in Baltimore. Who knows if if his fucking tablet will either work. Don't worry about it, man. The next time, man, just I do these things every night. I'm not every night. Excuse me. Once a night, I'll do it on like either Monday or Tuesday, going into the overnight. That's when I have time, and we could chill here for like 2-3 hours, 4 hours. Sometimes we do it. So definitely come by, Boxing Junkie. It's good to see you, bro. Just stay out of trouble. But yo, salute OG Boogie, my brother.
Peace
Salute,
out,
bro.
my brother.
Durden, if you're there, I think Durden may have fell asleep. Durden fell asleep with the fucking while he's still on the stream.
God bless everybody.
Peace, yo.
Peace.